everybody, welcome to Shades Tube. I did not know the timer went off. It went so quick. Um, I hope you guys are having a good night. I decided to do this live tonight because tomorrow I am going to be extremely busy. So therefore, I was like, let me go ahead and do this live tonight for you guys. Let me give it a couple of minutes to see if somebody will come in to watch. Like always, if no one is watching in the chat, I'm sure people are watching in the bushes. So welcome to my channel. Also, thank you for tuning in. And also don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, and comment. Okay. Oh, wow. So guys, what did you do today besides working? Um, I worked, of course, and I think that's all I did is worked and was chilling at home for a while. I think I don't think I ran any errands today. I'll be doing so much, y'all. I forget what I did, but I basically worked today and everything, and then just came home and stuff. Um, I did go to the grocery store though, because I had to go there regarding my topic tonight. All right, so let me give a couple more minutes to see if people will come in. It's only 8:47 here on the West Coast, but I know on the East Coast, Central Coast, it's a little bit late. So I don't know who's up at this time of night, but hopefully somebody will come in to watch because this information tonight is extremely important. All right, all right. Let's get ready to get started. I'm just getting everything situated here. So I'll know. Let's see. Let me see something. Okay, here it is right here. All right, guys. Let me set up everything now. Okay. So I did go and pick up some new glasses today. Okay. And the thing is, I always get new glasses every single year, right? And when I put the glasses on at the eyeglass place, they look good. But once I get home, it's a whole different story. It's like the glasses be falling off my face like these. Um, and then they end up not looking right. So I end up not wearing the glasses and I go back to my old pair of glasses and then the new glasses just sit there on my counter. This is like the third pair of glasses, but that I have done like this, but I'm gonna actually try to wear these. So tomorrow when I go out, I was thinking about going back to the optometrist, letting them tighten these glasses up and then get a tint put in my other ones so I can make them look exactly the way I want them to look. And then maybe I will wear them. The prescription is right this time though, because last time when I got glasses last year, the prescription was not right. I couldn't even see through the glasses and stuff. But these right here are super cute. It just takes me a long time to get used to glasses because I actually think that I look better without glasses. So it takes me a long time to get, used to glasses and, you know, switch up and wear a new pair. Much like I do with a lot of other stuff. Like, like when we women go out and buy new bras, okay, we'll go buy 5 or 6 new bras, right, from Victoria's Secrets or Pink, right? And we'll have these new bras, but we won't wear them. We'll still wear our old ones. Okay, because that's what I was doing too. But then this time when I went and bought new bras, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wear these bras. Okay, I'm gonna actually wear them. And so I can't believe I actually been wearing them. Unlike all the other times, I'll have all these new things like bras and stuff, and I still wear the old ones. So I do the same thing with glasses because you get comfortable with your old glasses, right? And it's hard to get comfortable with a new pair of glasses. So you end up putting the old ones back on and stuff. At least I do. Okay. So, guys, let me tell y'all what happened. I'm going to show y'all some pictures. I think I got them on this computer. I'm not sure when I go to the clips. So, yesterday, when I was doing a live yesterday, I think that was yesterday last night, if I'm not mistaken, um, my daughter came in here and she was showing me some frozen chicken that we had bought. When she was washing the chicken, she noticed that there was a huge piece of glass embedded in the chicken. You can even see, you have to, be touching on the chicken and whatever else she does to in order to see it. So when she showed it to me last night, because I was doing a live, I really didn't pay attention to it until I got off of the live. And then I went in there and took a look at the damn chicken and I saw this huge piece of glass. Okay. So I'm going to show y'all what this looked like because this is ridiculous. Okay. Wait, let me see. What are the clips? Okay. I think I can show this on here if I'm not mistaken. I think these may just show video clips, right? They don't show documents on here. Let's see. I don't know if it'll show a document. I remember saying before it just shows videos. Let's see how I would do that. because I know I can go into my Gmail and let you guys see like that, but I don't really want to do that like that. So what I'm going to do is just um, probably remove this avatar and then put the chicken on here for right now. And then I'll replace that one back. Let me see if I can do it like that just to make it a little bit different, quicker instead of showing it to you guys on my phone. So I'm going to do it like that. I'm going to show it to you guys here. So let me apply that. Oh my God, I got to remove one. Let me remove a picture. Let's see which one I want to remove. I can remove the Cleveland Browns one. I can actually remove this one, and then put it back up there when I want to use it again. Let's go ahead and do this again. Okay, where is it at? Because I want y'all to see this big ass piece of glass. Okay, let's put that in. I'm gonna take it back down. So you can see it right there on my avatar picture, right? And you can see that piece right there. If you can see me doing this little arrow here, I don't know if you guys can see that. That is the glass right there. Okay. And this glass was in the chicken somewhere. Okay. And if she wouldn't have been filling on the chicken or whatever she does, wash in between it and everything, and just threw the chicken in the stove like some people do when they just rinse it off and then cook it and then gave it to somebody, and we would have bit into this and got cut or whatever the case is, or swallowed it, that would have been probably devastating. It probably would have resulted in serious injury, even possibly death. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, the question I was asking everybody tonight is, do you think that our food is safe? Okay. Because you know what? I looked up some information on glass and chicken, and this is Foster Farms. Okay. I looked up some information about that earlier when we were out. Hold on for 1 second, guys. Chloe, 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 where's the article you found with all the, or either Jade, the articles you guys had with all the claims when they did a recall for that before? You didn't keep the article? Let me just type it on there. Okay, just type it on Foster Farms recall. Okay. So I'm gonna have to type it in here, guys, because they don't ever keep stuff in keep it. So let me go ahead and look at it real quick, because I want to let you guys know that when we were looking this up, we saw, let me see, that they had a recall. I think last year, a couple of years ago, we're gonna put glass and chicken about the same exact thing. Okay, let me do this. Let me see what it says. Let's see. And they, I mean, they always have a recall with them. Okay, let me see. Yeah, this is the same exact thing. They just had a recall, you guys, back October the 29th, 2022. Foster Farms, a Farmville, Louisiana establishment, is recalling approximately 148,000 pounds of fully cooked frozen chicken breast patty products that may be contaminated with materials, extraneous materials, specifically hard, clear pieces of plastic, the U.S. Department of Agriculture Food and Safety Inspection Service announced today. The fully cooked frozen bread chicken breast patties were produced on August 11, 2022. The thing about it, they had this recall back in October, right? It is December. We bought this chicken on Tuesday when we went grocery shopping. Okay, this past Tuesday, and then she was trying to cook it last night when I was doing a live, and that's when she saw this hard piece of plastic or glass or whatever. It's so hard, it's sharp at the ends. It doesn't matter if it was plastic, a hard piece of plastic, or even if it was actual glass. The thing is, the hard piece of plastic, if she wouldn't have seen this and cooked it, it might would have melted. I don't know for sure, but even if it's melted, do you want to be consuming plastic in your body? And if it didn't melt, do you want to be biting into this, right? You can break your teeth, your mouth, your lips can get cut, your throat. anything. If it goes all the way down, it just can cut many things. So I'm trying to figure out how did this get in here. Okay, so we went to the place where we bought it at. I don't want to say the name, okay, but it's the place that we bought it at, which is a regular name brand grocery store all over the United States with the red thing. Well, that's where we bought it at, okay? We took it back up there. I called the manager up, the person who's in charge over the food section, the frozen food. And he was telling me that when they get food in, they usually inspect it, but they do like a surface inspection, which they basically look at the top of it or whatever the case is to see if everything's okay. But he was telling me that the people that put it together, or whatever the case is, they are supposed to inspect the dead going food. Okay. And clearly somebody did not do their job, because if they were inspecting the food, I mean, they would have seen this. Now, with it being embedded into the chicken like that, I was wondering, I was like, so how would that get into the chicken like that? Did someone put it in there on purpose? And then my daughter was like, no, because they use machines. But I'm like, how is it so perfectly embedded in the chicken? You see what I'm saying? Like, they didn't want you to see it. So if you bite, once you cook the chicken, you bite down on the chicken. If it's actually glass, you can get cut. Even if it's not glass and it's the hard plastic piece, those plastic pieces are just like glass. You can still get a lot of internal damages in your mouth, in your throat, and things like that if it goes down. And just say if it melted, because it is hard plastic. Okay, what can that do to your insides? The thing is that when we go to the grocery store, guys, we entrust we put our trust in the grocers. Okay. We put our trust in them. We want safe food. Okay. We don't want to be scared to eat because we think if we bite into something, we're going to get cut up, or we're going to swallow something and get hurt or get poisoned or whatever the case is. So I was going to go to another store and buy chicken again, right? And my daughter said one key word. She was like, don't buy no more FF foods anymore. Because if it's in this chicken, they put chicken, in different stores. So therefore, if you got glass or hard plastic in your chicken, it could be in other chicken in other stores. So I won't be using their foods anymore at all, because I don't like that. Then I look online, then they look online. You see a whole bunch of recalls about the same exact thing. So we notified Foster Farms today and left them a message. So we're waiting on their response, as well as some other people, as well as the I think she called the what is it? The U.S. Department of Agriculture Food Safety and Inspection Service today. So we're waiting on them too, because what they need to do another recall. Because if you got one piece of plastic in this or glass, it may be more chicken like that. And guess what? The next person who buy it, or whomever may buy it, a piece, chicken, and find that in theirs, or don't find it, somebody's going to get seriously hurt. Okay. So what I want to tell you guys is that when you buy food, especially chicken, the FF chicken, you know what that stands for. Make sure you check out your chicken straight up, because this big ass piece of plastic that you see right there, or glass, that is really huge, and it can really do some damage. Okay, and so that just don't even make no sense. It almost make you scared to eat anything. Okay, then I was like, you know what? I'm almost a vegetarian anyway, and I was like, maybe I should stop eating. Maybe we should stop eating meat. And then I thought about it. I was like, damn, you still see things going on with veggies. Okay, so what can you really eat safe these days? You almost need to go out here and get a garden, whether it's inside on your porch or whatever, and make, and grow your own veggies, because you can't even trust stuff these days. You go right to the grocery store, you putting your trust in these people to give you safe food. You're trusting that everybody is going to do their job and check everything and make sure that they don't leave glove pieces in there, gloves. They don't leave glass, plastic, and other things. Okay. Now, this is the first time we ever found a hard piece of plastic or glass in our chicken. We have found other things, in food, but not this right here. This is definitely ridiculous, point blank. It's like when you go buy toilet tissue, right? And you get toilet tissue and you see little traces of blood on it. Comes right out of the container, out of the packaging, and it has blood on it. You're wondering, somebody must have been bleeding when it was assembling it or whatever they do with the toilet tissue. But why come they just unroll it or throw that roll back? Why would they still put that up there? Let me tell y'all something. As consumers, we have to start speaking up about stuff. Stop letting these companies get away with the things they're doing. This is exactly why we took the meat back up to where we got it from, the big, the red emblem thing. We took it up there and let them know what was up and called the manager up there. At least I told them to get the manager, because of course my girls are not gonna know how to do that because they just turned grown. So I had the manager come up there and I let him know and let him see it. He looked at it, picked it up and everything. This is not good. This is not really acceptable. Okay, because somebody can get really seriously hurt. And like I said, if my daughter wasn't like me, because we always, before we cook something, we always got to check stuff out in detail, wash it real clean. I mean, just almost crazy the way we do all that. But thank God that we did, because if we wouldn't have, somebody here, well, my other daughter don't like chicken thighs, but one of us could have got hurt with this. And if I would have got hurt or anything, one of my kids, every single one of them that's responsible would be going to court. I'm going to keep it real with you. Just like when I took Walmart to court and won. Every single one of them would have been. Because this right here is unacceptable, to have a big piece of glass in chicken or hard ass plastic. Let me tell y'all what hard plastic can do if you dig on consume it. And then you look on here, you look on this little thing right here, the California Department of California Department of Education, foster farms recall, and you see articles of recalls concerning their chicken products for the same exact thing but different type of chicken. I'm trying to figure out, why is this happening continuously? I mean, I bet you if I went back farther, I probably would find some more stuff like this with them. So let me see here. So they got a consumer hotline, Foster Farms. So I don't know what number my daughter called, but I'm gonna give her this number as well. But so she can call them again, because she called them today. I don't know if she got a response back, but all in all, we definitely have to make sure that we check our food. That's veggies, that's meat, especially this daggone meat. Drinks and everything. Let me tell y'all something. I take these nutrition drinks, right? And I remember reading something somewhere where they was doing a recall on some other nutrition drinks, right? Because I forgot why. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop just getting those drinks and just drinking them down. So what I started doing, I started closing up. Y'all get ready to laugh. I started closing up my teeth right together. Putting your teeth together like you're closing. And I would drink nutrition drink like that, just in case something is in the nutrition drink, like a glass or whatever. My teeth are stopping before I swallow it. But you know what? I was like, I'm gonna stop doing that. What I'm gonna start doing is pouring it in a actual cup or glass, and then take a spoon and just stir it around so I can make sure there's nothing in there. You know what I'm saying? Because these people are crazy. They don't even really watch and check stuff like they should. And this is a prime example when you see this big ass piece of glass or hard plastic. And let me just tell y'all what hard plastic can do if you swallow it. Wait a minute, y'all. And this is like, wait, this is ridiculous. If the plastic piece is sharp, like this is, as you can see it right here, this is sharp, it can damage your gut lining and cause internal bleeding, as well as it can cut your throat, okay? Or even maybe damage your throat or whatever the case is. All this, because this was sharp right here. This piece right here was kind of sharp, but this part right here was really sharp. And then it's extremely hard. It's not like, like some plastic is more softer. This plastic right here, if this is plastic, It's very hard, almost just very hard. That's why we don't know for sure if it's glass or plastic. Okay, because it's hard like glass, so it doesn't matter if it's plastic and it's really really hard. And since it's sharp at the ends, this is the part that would have caused damage. Okay, that part. Okay, and if this is glass, you can hang it up. Okay, if this is glass, you can hang it up. If you swallow it, swallow that. Now, if the plastic, this plastic right here, is smooth all the way around, and say you happen to, but you know what? If you would have bit into this though, it would probably, it depends on how hard your teeth are or whatever, strong your teeth is. It could have possibly, broken your tooth or whatever the case, or chipped it. But say if it was a little bit softer, okay, and it wasn't sharp at the end, and then you swallow this, it wouldn't do no damage. At least that's what this article says. It said it would go right through and you would pass it when you go to the bathroom. But if it's a harder plastic and it has sharp ends like this is sharp ends right here, and it's sharp on this side, but definitely on this side, this right here would have been the concern. This part right here could have caused some internal damage in your throat and in your stomach and things like that. That's not good. And if this is glass, you can just hang it up if it's glass. See, once they get through the stomach though, they was like, it should not cause any damage if it gets through your stomach and doesn't cut anything before it gets to your stomach. Then you might be home free. But the thing is, we shouldn't have to worry about that, because you know why? Because they should check stuff thoroughly and make sure they do their jobs. So things like this that we see here, it won't happen. Okay, it won't happen. All I can say is just like I told my daughter, when buying food, bringing it home to cook, you need to make sure you check out your meats. Okay, make sure you rinse your veggies really good. Make sure you with canned foods, I don't really buy canned vegetables, but if you do buy canned vegetables, rinse them off and stuff. Um, Canned foods, you need to pour it in a container and make sure everything looks good. Because I bought some soup one time and the soup it looked weird, so we didn't eat it. And just make sure you check your stuff really well. Because in today's time, you just can't really trust people. Okay, you really have to check everything, because you don't want to be one of these people who bite into something and your mouth get cut up, or your throat, or your stomach lining, or whatever. Okay, just because an article say you can swallow hard plastic as long as it's not sharp at the end and it can go through and come out, it doesn't mean that will happen like that. And if it's sharp like this is sharp at the end, no telling what could happen. The only good thing about this is that if you put it if it's plastic, hard plastic, and you bake this might would have melted, and then you just would have passed it through your BM. Okay, but why would we want to consume plastic? So again, you just need to check your foods really well, rinse them real good, wash them real good, or whatever you do. But just rinse them real good. Make sure you fill on your meats and stuff like that, and just check them out, because you never know. If this is hard plastic, okay, but if it's glass, it's not. It's really bad if it's glass. And I don't know for sure if this is hard plastic, because my daughter's in the guy there touched it, but he couldn't tell if it was actual. I think he did say this is glass. Hold on, let me see. Jay, did he say that was glass? Did he say that was glass today? Huh? He didn't want to say, did he? Yeah, it's probably glass. Yeah, see, today he touched it right. I know y'all just heard me. He didn't really want to say that it was glass. I'm thinking that's probably glass. I don't even think it's plastic. I don't even think it's plastic, because it didn't get softer when she had it underneath. Well, she didn't wash it in no hot water, but I think it's glass. You can almost tell when people don't want to say something, because they don't. You know how they do. They be hesitant, and so I'm thinking that it is glass. Okay, the straight up glass. I don't know, but it could be hard plastic. I don't know for sure. But all I do know is that I don't want to be consuming it. Okay, and you shouldn't either. So when you get your stuff, your food, just make sure you check it. Point blank. Point blank. Check your foods out before you eat it. Okay? So what do you guys think? Just put it in the comment section when this video goes off. And because I think this is ridiculous. Okay? It's not cool. It's not cool at all. And let me take this disgusting picture off of here and put something else. Because that's a damn mess. Let me put this other picture back up. Okay? Hold on for a second, guys. Okay, so another thing I want to discuss tonight is the dude who was just arrested. Let me get the article, guys, because I got to get the article first. Let me see where she sent it to me at. Okay. Wait, let me go to the story. The influencer. I don't know. Let me see. Let's see. Who was just arrested today for abducting 2 girls amid human trafficking investigation. Now, a lot of people say he is innocent. Okay, so I'm not going to say if I think he's innocent or guilty. Okay, because I don't need all these people coming to my page tripping out because I'm going to tell them off and things like that. I don't got time for all that. So I'm just going to read the article to you guys, and you can decide if you know who this is, if you think this person is guilty or innocent or whatever. Okay, so kickboxer Tate and his younger brother Tristan were handcuffed and led away by Romanian police officers following a raid on their luxury villa on Thursday. The ex-kickboxer and social media influencer Andrew Tate has been arrested for allegedly abducting 2 girls in Romania. Now, my son obviously know who this guy is, and he said that it's a setup. Okay, I don't know. Okay, and a lot of other people say it's a setup. It's not true, but I don't know. So a handcuffed Tate, who is 36, who rose to fame this year for his sexist and his sexist views, was filmed being led from his luxury villa by police following a raid on Thursday. His younger brother Tristan, 34, was also arrested, along with 2 further suspects, with all 4 being held for 24 hours in Bucharest. I guess I said that right. The thing about it, my daughter was telling me this dude here, Andrew Tate, I think that's his name. He does I guess a YouTube page, almost like Kevin Samuel. Okay, and I think he talks a lot about women in a negative way or whatever the case is. So that's what he does. The Brit, who was born in Washington D.C. but raised in Luton, is under investigation by the Directorate for Investigating Organized Crime and Terrorism. And reports in Romania claim he and his brother are being questioned on suspicion of forming an organized crime group which used girls in adult videos. The siblings were also questioned in April when police reportedly found 2 girls who claimed they were being held against their will. The brothers were released while the investigation continued, but were detained again on Thursday in connection with investigation into human trafficking, rape, and forming an organized crime group. Romanian prosecutors said the Tate brothers, along with 2 unnamed people, appear to have created an organized crime group with the purpose of recruiting, housing, and exploiting women by forcing them to create pornographic content. They would have gained important sums of money. A spokesperson for Tate told the Daily Mirror, "We cannot provide any details at the moment regarding alleged reports that they have been detained. However, Andrew and Tristan Tate have the utmost respect for the Romanian authorities and will always assist and help in any way they can." Tate was the most searched man on the internet earlier this year before he was banned from social media sites, including Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. His Twitter account was restored when Elon Musk completed his takeover of the tech giant, and Tate resumed posting immediately. Okay. He was this week involved in a spat with climate activist Greta Thunberg, with Tate boasting of his super car collection and asked for Thunberg's email address to send a complete list of my car collections in their respective enormous emissions. Thunberg hit back in a tweet, which is now among the most liked in history, saying, "Yes, please do enlighten me," and then email her or him or whoever. Tate is a former kickboxing world champion, okay, and has been linked with boxing fights with YouTube brothers Jake and Logan Paul, as well as with their fellow social media star KSI. He also appeared briefly on Celebrity Big Brother before being kicked off after a footage emerged of him allegedly beating a woman. The woman later insisted her relationship with Tate was consensual, but that don't mean that beating her ass was. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all who I'm talking about in case y'all don't know who this dude is. Okay, because I really haven't never heard him. I don't watch people who put women down and talk negative about women. I don't. I just do not do it. I don't support people who do things like that. I don't even watch pictures. Videos of women who do that with the men. So that's him right there. So, like I said, a lot of people say this is a setup, but I don't know for sure. Like I said, I don't really be saying too much about it because I don't need them fans coming over here to my page somehow. That's why I didn't tag it in my video, okay? Because I want to tell somebody off. But anyway, I just don't want all that, weird stuff. But I don't know, because I'm looking at all the other stuff that they said and charges and stuff like that. And I'm actually beginning to think that he might have been engaging in these illegal activities and doing the things that they say. Okay, point blank. Because he just got too many things going on. Hold on for a second. Sean, come here for a minute. I don't got the camera on. Just come here. What? So why did you say he was innocent, though? Why did you say he was innocent, Andrew Tate? Andrew Tate. Why did you say he was innocent? Oh, because the government, they trying to get that man in trouble because what you saw that he exposes the government and it doesn't seem right. They did this a year ago and it was falsely. Girl, boy, I see a lot of things in here that they're saying about him. It was the same woman, though. It's false. Well, he's talking about come in here real quick and tell me right here. Just put that game on hold. Yes, you can. Just come here very, very briefly. Just hurry up and take a minute to do that so they can hear you. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to go off on him real quick. Hold on. So why did you say he was possibly, you don't believe this story?
Because
speak louder so they can hear you.
Because last year they tried to accuse the man with the same allegation, and this is wrong. A lot of people hate him. A lot of women hate him. So of course another woman's gonna come out and be like, "Oh, this guy abducted her." He said that a year ago. They said that a year ago. They tried to get him locked up, but in reality, the story was changed, and they swatted him. It wasn't because of no rape allegations. They're all false. It's not real. People make that stuff up because they hate the guy.
Okay, so why do they hate him again?
Because they think he's misogynist, but in reality, he's just joking. He's
okay, that's how you said that word. Say
yes, misogynist.
What?
Misogynist.
Okay, I still can't pronounce
misogynist. And it's this guy, and he goes up on the street on TikTok, and he asks people, "Do you like Andrew Tate?" Most of the time, they say no. They're NPCs. And you ask them, "Okay, why do you hate him?" Because he's misogynist and he hates women. You ask them to define misogynist, they never know because they're NPCs.
Okay, so what is that? A person that hates women?
Yeah, they think he's a person that hates women.
But did he have a YouTube channel that he was talking about putting women down?
Yeah, but they cut out the clips. Those are 10-second clips from TikTok, and they cut the part out where he says women shouldn't be doing this. He talks about bad about men too.
But what does he say about women? Because a lot of women don't like that.
Oh, he'd be like, maybe women shouldn't drive because he basically, most of his intakes are hot. Most of his intakes are basically about experiences that happens with him. It's like, so most of the car crashes that he was in was caused by women. The women was always his driver, and he always had car crashes with them. What he was trying to say is that men are safer drivers than women.
So he was saying something that like that, and what else?
Yeah, and then people on TikTok, they go on TikTok, mostly women. They cut the clips out of him saying that, and they make it seem something it's not.
So they say he's prejudiced against women. That's what that word
Yeah.
means. Okay, but he was doing videos online, saying prejudiced things toward women, like a woman shouldn't drive, and what else?
And women shouldn't have to do this and that. I don't know. I forgot some of his podcasts.
So you think that's right for him to get up there and say all these things?
Not some. I already said I don't agree with some. I agree with some of the things that he said. Like men should be exercise. Men shouldn't wear dresses.
Oh, because he was also saying that too.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, that doesn't mean that the allegations that they have him on now are not true.
They said that a year ago, though, and they couldn't find any proof. The cops said it themselves that people were lying online. So what makes you don't think they're not lying now? Okay, the government is trying to get him. They're trying to get rid of him. Why would because he exposes the internet. He exposes these stupid celebrities. He exposes these influencers.
Okay, but still, if the government wants to get you,
they're not going to kill him. He got 3 strikes. They gave him 3 strikes. Because first off, they try to ban him from every platform. Elon Musk was like, no, free speech is should be, and he unbanned him on Twitter because he knew Andrew was kind of right.
And so he's back on Twitter. So what was his latest post on Twitter?
His latest post was him arguing with a female, and the female has a very much power. She's a famous female. I forgot her name.
I got her name on here.
Yeah, her. And notice after he in the video when he was exposing the female, it was a pizza box there, and the pizza box had his address on there where it had been delivered. So after that, after 24 hours of that video being released, some people think that girl that he was arguing with called the cops on him and got him swatted, and the cops came and they took him and his brother out. But
they said he was keeping a girl there. He abducted a girl.
Where was the girl? Why didn't he bring the girl?
Let me see. On this article I just read, they just said, let me see. On that article I just read, it says right here.
Why didn't he bring the girl out there?
Okay, it says right here. They were brought in on kidnapping and rape charges. Through the specifics of the allegations are not yet known, but that's what they was brought in on, kidnapping and rape charges. Okay, and they was led out the building in handcuffs, so they did get arrested. There's the pictures right there, waiting in the vehicle.
Yeah, well, he wasn't in handcuffs. His hands were completely free. Nah, they just put him in the vehicle. He wasn't in handcuffs.
How did you know he wasn't in handcuffs?
So watch the video. Here, watch the video. He wasn't in handcuffs.
I'll show y'all that.
Look at a photo here.
Wait.
Look at a photo here. Look. They're not in handcuffs. They're lying. That's what I said.
Can they see the photo when you do it on there?
Yeah. They're lying. Look. Where is it? You can tell he's not in handcuffs. Where's the arrest picture at?
Maybe you've been researching this, huh?
Yes, because he said this before that they might take him away. Right?
Because
he's not actually in handcuffs.
He's in handcuffs. He's in handcuffs.
No, he's not. Look at his other arm. See, that's a bracelet. That's a bracelet. Because see, on his other arm, he don't got that.
Let me see this. No, it's the way he's holding his hand. He's in handcuffs. Okay. Well, I don't know, because the other handcuff can be right here, and you can't see it because he got his hands covered. I don't know for sure.
Oh no, his brother's not in handcuffs either. See, his brother's not in handcuffs.
Yes, he is. There's the handcuffs right there. So he does have on handcuffs. He does have on handcuffs. You're wrong right there. So if you are wrong right there, what makes you think you're right now?
Because they made this same allegations last year, and they tried to get him arrested. But the cops came out and said that he did not rape no one. And if he has 2 people kidnapped in there, why didn't they bring him out and put him in a van or something?
Did I just say the girl was underage? Let me see. What did I say about the girl?
But they didn't say nothing about them taking the girl out the house. The last time, and a lot of women lied on him in the past. Say this things, and his other girlfriends said they didn't. He didn't.
Okay, well, yeah, she did say that. What was that?
So there's a lot of suspect stuff going on here. A lot of people hate this guy, so of course they're going to try to get him in prison.
Yeah, but that don't mean.
And that's Romania too. In Romania, a lot of times they don't SWAT your house unless you did something really bad.
And this dude is 36. Okay.
Yeah, he is 36.
And his brother's 34. Both of them were arrested. Okay. But they've been held for 24 hours.
Yeah. So tomorrow they get out. Yeah. So tomorrow they get unreleased. And
they said that these 2 brothers are being questioned on suspicion of forming an organized crime group which used girls in adult videos. How do you know this dude did not do this?
Oh, because another reason I don't think he did this is because about last year, they tried to arrest him for the same thing. And the cops said that it wasn't right, it wasn't true. So they released him in within 24 hours. And now they're bringing this up again, and the government is trying to get rid of him because once before they tried to get rid of him by taking him off all the platforms. TikTok, they even banned him from the Uber app and the freaking Clocker app, the alarm app.
You really
They banned him from every single.
You watched
app.
this dude?
Yes, I watched one of his podcasts to see if he was actually misogynist.
Okay.
But he denies the misogynist stuff. He says people cut clips out of him saying good things about women, only show the bad parts.
Okay. So what about this though? They said the siblings were also questioned in April when police reportedly found 2 girls who claimed they were being held against their will. The brothers were released while the investigation continued, but were detained again on Thursday in connection with an investigation into human trafficking, rape, forming an organized crime group. So what makes you think that they're not guilty of this? Human trafficking. You know what human trafficking is, right?
Yeah, when they like basically like kidnap a woman or a man, something like that, or a child.
Right.
Actually, I don't know about that one. I don't know if they did that or not, or he. I don't know if he did that or not. But why would he does that? Look, just think this. Why would he risk his whole alpha male thing for him to go to jail? And he had women before this. He had so many women before. He dates so many girls. So why would he need to kidnap them if he already got them? And this guy's a billionaire. If you didn't know, I think he could have also got swatted because he could have been money laundering. Because a lot of people say he was scamming people. That's why he's a billionaire.
Wow.
I'm just saying, why would he risk his whole alpha male thing, and why would he would risk getting in trouble?
Because they didn't think he was gonna get caught.
Yeah, but he got caught before.
But that don't mean he's gonna get caught again.
I just don't think he's that dumb enough to do that.
I don't know. There's a lot of people out here dumb that do dumb stuff all day long, but I don't know because I don't know this guy. My son watches some things that he does. Hopefully, you don't be listening to everything he says.
I don't listen to everything he says. That's how I agree when he says men shouldn't be wearing dresses, and I do agree with that, or makeup.
Okay, yeah, he's right about that for sure and stuff. And this is his brother right here.
Yeah,
his brother
Tristan. Tate, yeah.
And what does Tristan do?
Actually, I don't know. He's not known for anything mysterious.
When I look at them too, I don't know though, because looks are very deceiving. I mean, he looked like he could be into something more. I don't know for sure because you can't really look at looks because looks are deceiving. He used to be a former kickboxer.
Yeah, they both were kickboxers. They're the 4-time world champion.
Oh wow,
that's another way I found him. I found him through boxing.
Okay. So how long you been watching them?
Just for a couple months.
Oh, okay.
Since like August, this guy started popping off or somewhere.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for coming in and just enlightening us. Okay, but we're gonna see if he's going to be
about tomorrow.
Charged.
Actually, no, not tomorrow. Later on today because it's almost going to be morning in Romania.
Okay. What was he there for? He moved
from Dubai to Romania. He said he wouldn't move to the United States because he said Los Angeles demonic or something. He said.
Yeah, but if he's doing this right here, what do you think that is? If he's actually doing human trafficking and forcing women and girls, probably underage girls too, who knows, to get into porno and stuff like that and doing sexual favors and things like this, that's demonic as well.
I don't really know. I gotta see later on today. But he moved from Dubai to Romania is because he said he wanted to experience the Romania life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't think the guy is guilty, huh?
Not right now. Maybe when more information get released and they're actually charge him because right now he's not charged with it.
Oh, okay, he's not charged with it. They just really detained him.
Yeah. If you go to the source, it says he's just detained and being questioned. So right now he's not in actually jail. He's just in a detainment center.
Okay. So then they got to check out everything, make sure these allegations are true.
Yeah. Now, when they're false, the women should be arrested. The 2 girls that try to falsely claim that he raped a woman. Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, they should be in jail.
Well, yeah, I agree with you on that. They really should be if they are falsely accusing someone of something. But what if they're not? Then what?
Then yeah, they should be in jail. But I already know he didn't do it because last time they said that. Now, when he does do that, your fans could, or whoever those people are they watch,
right.
They could clown me. People are already clowning me on Twitter. They're like, oh, of course. Who's going to listen to the YouTube boy?
That's what they call you?
Yeah. So a lot of people agree with me, though.
Okay.
More people agree with me than people disagree.
They call you a YouTube boy?
Yeah.
Do they know you? They know you're a little kid?
They don't really care.
Oh, okay.
That's who mostly listens to him.
Kids?
Well, not really kids. It's like a TikTok audience. Yeah.
Okay. TikTok, YouTube, all that type of audience.
Yeah.
Okay. Twitter.
Yes.
Okay. So y'all just learned a little bit about him and everything. But like I said before, I don't know if the dude is guilty or innocent. I'm just reading y'all the news what happened today because it's a major story, and I just thought you guys wanted to hear it. And since my son he's into boxing and all that stuff, and he watches him and stuff, I figured he would be able to enlighten us more on the entire situation But as far as him bashing women, I don't know exactly what he did on his podcast and things, but if he did bash women and put them down and things like this, I don't like that part of it. But that doesn't mean that he's doing human trafficking and all the other stuff they're accusing him of. So, like I said, once they give us updated information, I'll share that again on my live so we can keep know what's happening regarding his situation. Okay. And we want to say thank you, Sean. Thank you. That was great. But anyway, that's Andrew Tate and his brother who was arrested or detained or however you want to call it. Okay. And that was on the mirror.com newspaper or whatever. All right. So let me go ahead and tell you about another story here that I wanted to talk about tonight, guys. Let's do that. There's a lot of stuff happening tonight. Well, today, not tonight, but today earlier. Y'all, did y'all see this ridiculous story about Little Nas X? Let me read this to you guys, okay? This is ridiculous, okay? I'm gonna just say that straight up, okay? So the article came from Netflix News, okay? It says Little Nas, who was once pregnant, revealed that he has baby and fans cannot hold their reactions. Let me show you this picture of this dude, y'all. What the hell wrong with these kids these days? Ridiculous. Okay. All righty. Okay. So anyway, the 23-year-old rapper is known for being expressive, even during antics that keep his fans surprised and entertained. Back in 2019, the singer came out of the closet about being gay with his song 6'7" Osier. But like many gay people, he too likely thought about the idea of having a baby of his own. Okay, let me go ahead and do this. And then I'm gonna let y'all see this video. Okay. And let me just say, my video, everything that's in my video is protected by this is a disclaimer, excuse me. Everything in this video is protected by the Copyright Fair Use Act of 1976, which permits me to use material like this as long as I'm using it for teaching, for entertainment, to give my opinion, research, and instructional purposes. Okay, so everything in this video is protected by that Act of 1976. Okay, and that is contained in this video information as well. So anyway, the rapper left everyone gasping when big belly photos of him were posted, hinting how he is pregnant. Wait. Wait, y'all. Oh my God. Shit. I was smoking that weed, y'all, and got choked. Hold on. Y'all, I was lying. Y'all know I was smoking no weed. That was a joke. But wait, y'all, I gotta catch my thing. Yo. Y'all, wait. Damn. When I was talking, hold on, y'all. When I was talking, I had something in my mouth, like always. And when you take a deep breath in, that is so powerful. When you inhale, right, whatever you have in your mouth, you can inhale it in. And that's exactly what I had did. Damn. Oh, this is funny as shit. But woo! then the shit got in my windpipe. Okay. And that was a damn trip. Okay. I shouldn't be even showing this dude's stuff on here. You know what I'm saying? That was just a little, what's the name? But anyway, y'all, I don't know how people can smoke weed because they be coughing like that when they be smoking weed. Woo! And I was getting choked. Y'all, I had gum in my mouth. Okay, I'm gonna get enough of chewing gum and talking. Okay, but luckily it was a small piece. Okay, that was a damn trip. Wait. This is called all on camera. Okay. Okay, anyway, y'all. Sorry about that. Woo! Wait. Okay, anyway, fans go berserk as Lil Nas posts photos of his baby after fake pregnancy. I'm gonna show y'all this video while I catch my fucking breath, y'all, okay? Hold on. Oh my God. Wait. Let me show y'all this while I catch my breath, because damn. Wait, let me turn this on.
He's having this baby.
Oh, God, I think this guy's bushy water just broke. What? Oh, that's a whole lot of bushy water.
Oh, my God. It's food.
Okay.
It's okay. Just breathe.
Baby's not the baby.
Oh, my dear.
Doctor! Get your head in the game!
Just breathe.
Calm down.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
The bushy dilation's looking like it's about a 7.
You know what? Make it a 9.
A 9? Baby.
I can see the baby.
Oh, the baby. The baby.
The baby.
Let's go. Okay. I'm gonna need you to focus on your breathing and just follow our lead.
Ready? Okay.
You ready?
Let's do it. He's ready.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Push. Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Congratulations.
How was that?
Thank you. It's already Grammy nominated.
Okay, y'all, wait. Wait, y'all, let me take this shit off of here. Okay. So that I guess that was this video of him giving birth. But anyway, let me go ahead and finish reading this, y'all. I was choking so much, y'all, tears came out of my eyes. Okay. So wait a minute. So fans go berserk as Lil Nas posts photos of his baby after fake pregnancies. So was Lil Nas serious when he posted his own pregnancy photos? Excuse me, y'all, and went into labor? Probably not. But the Ontario, y'all, I am choked to the wait. But the Ontario singer took on Instagram to share a story that had a picture of a baby. The caption on the baby's photo is September the 27th, 2021, indicating the birthday of the little one. The rapper claimed that he did not want to hide his baby from the world anymore. While the rapper, who came out as gay, seemed happy to share the news, fans are left in question and disbelief. Internet being a source of memes, people on Twitter are poking fun at the news. Y'all, tears are absolutely coming out of my eyes, okay, from that choking thing. So this is a picture of his baby right here. Let me see. Man, let me show y'all. Oh my God. Y'all, wait a minute, hold on. That was a damn trip. That choking episode right there. I need to put that on my thing. She choking to death to get people to watch. That's his baby right there, I guess. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so one fan joked about whether Lil had a baby with Nick Cannon. The television host has about 11 kids with several women and was married to singer Mariah Carey for a while. Some wonder if Lil Nas had a child with a straight woman since he is gay. But one fan came in his defense, explaining how people of the LGBTQ community have straight relationships before coming out. There are still many questions. Who is the baby's mother? And is the baby actually his? Or is the rapper trolling everyone? Okay, so what do you think? Do you guys think? I done got choked to death, but do you guys think that Little Nas X has a baby? Oh God! Or do you think that he's trolling? In other words, is he pretending about like? Hold on for a minute, y'all, because this choking thing is going crazy now. Man, I told y'all when I be getting choked off of stuff, it be little bitty things, and I just be choked for a long time. Okay, so let's see what everybody was saying here. Okay, somebody said kids. No wonder I choked though reading this. Kids have to hear about this demonic behavior from social media and friends. Why do the alphabet people seem to always crave so much attention? Reprobate minds never seem to think godly. You can only serve one master. Somebody say, wait, somebody said, he. Don't even know what you're talking about. You're just yapping to look like you know something. This is funny. Somebody else said, total demonic situation to lure your kids into thinking this behavior is normal. This is brainwashing the naive brain. Someone else said he's doing this on purpose. He's trying to disgrace the black race because he's mad at black people for not accepting him being gay. He's doing all of this on purpose. I'm sure of it. Okay. Somebody else said, I pray for these young children of today. Satan is out there like a locomotive train at fast speed. Please protect your children, ears, eyes. This guy or thing, Satan has infiltrated this boy. I hope his mom knows this and stay away from him and pray if she knows God. This will hurt your eyes. I didn't click on the story. All I seen was a stomach in his name. I don't need to see this evil beast. Destroy him. It over for dude. Something really bad happened to him as a child. Then somebody says Satan lives in the hateful. The true ones demonized are those guided by blind hate. Okay. Somebody else said, why do they even publish this BS? Somebody said, cause the devil wants as many soldiers as he can get. Stuff like this feeds on the mind. Shaking my head. So messed up. Another reader said, mocking God ain't no joke. Check yourself. Life is serious, not to be toyed with. Repent. Somebody else said, stop that bullshit. It's not one bit funny. Okay. These comments are tripping me out, y'all. Somebody said, poor baby has to grow up with a father who is as mixed up as a bowl of Chex Mix. Let's talk about something real quick. I don't know if Little Nas X actually had a baby or whatever the case is. I really don't care. Okay. The thing is that, yeah, this world is messed up when it comes to people doing things that they shouldn't probably be doing, point blank. The thing is, for me, is that if people want to be gay or bisexual or whatever, they can be it, okay? But I don't need to, I don't understand why we have to advertise everything. You know what I'm saying? I never understood why when people come out, why they have to advertise that either, okay? Because when you're heterosexual, we're not coming out telling people we are heterosexual. Who cares if you are bisexual? Who cares if you are homosexual? Nobody cares, okay? Why do they feel like they need to come out and tell everybody they're gay or bisexual? Nobody cares, okay? And the thing is, some of these articles that they put out in newspapers and on YouTube and on social media, I don't even know why they do it. For what purpose? Because if he has a baby or not, why is it our business? Why? I kind of know why they do things, because everything is based on getting people to watch it, making revenue. Okay, that's why they do certain things. If certain stories provide a lot of revenue, they're going to keep on pushing those stories. It's much like on YouTube. If you have a YouTube channel and your YouTube channel is getting a lot of views because whatever your content you're putting up, YouTube promotes that more. Okay, point blank, because they get more revenue in from the ads and all the other stuff. Okay, and so when people see this, they're gonna keep on putting out material that they think will. Hold on 1 minute, y'all. They're gonna keep on putting out material which will bring them revenue in. You see what I'm saying? So that's exactly how the world works. Um, Anything that makes people come in to read something or watch something, they're going to do regardless if it is something that may be taken as negative. So that's why it's up to parents to school their children regarding certain things. You know what I'm saying? So they will know what is right and what isn't, regardless of what they put on TV, on social media, in the newspaper. Okay. And if parents don't do that, if they don't school their children and teach them certain things, they will get easily influenced by certain things they see. Um, but I think it's the parents' responsibility to teach their kids certain things because social media, TV, even the newspaper, magazines, books, they don't be thinking about that. They're thinking about that money they're going to make. Point blank. They're thinking about that money like most people do. That's why you see people, like I said, on YouTube, they will, do whatever it takes to generate traffic to their channel, which makes, if they're monetized, which brings them more money in. And a lot of times people don't think about some of the information that they may have on their channel and who may be watching. They just put it up because it's going to make them, a good paycheck from YouTube. That's how the world works. Okay, so it's up to us parents to talk to our children and try to let them know, what's right or what's wrong or what they should or shouldn't do. And then when you teach your kids this and they do see certain things, excuse me, y'all, you won't really have to worry. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that dude I was just talking about, because he does say, certain things about women that we may not agree with, even though my son may watch certain things he say, my son knows it's not correct. Okay, he knows that because I have told him, and his dad have told him. So he knows, you know what I'm saying? So it's our responsibility to let our kids know what is acceptable and what is not, how we should treat people, how we shouldn't do certain things and things like that. So when you get people like Little Nas X and other people who do stuff to get, notarization or whatever the case is, if your kids are grounded right, you really don't have to worry about so much because they know what's up. They know what's up. See, I can almost watch anything and know it's not going to really encourage me to do stuff it's not going to encourage me to do things that I shouldn't do. Just put it like that. Okay, point blank. And so that's the same way I try to teach my kids, because out here in the real world, you're going to see things that are negative. Okay, so you have to teach your kids about that, and then you don't have to worry about when you see stuff on social media of somebody saying they were pregnant and all this other stuff, when you know good and damn well that he cannot get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Then you won't be alarmed. But yeah, like I said, I think he probably just had a baby with a chick or something. I don't know. Or adopted a baby or whatever the case is. And he might have a child. He may just be playing around. Who knows? But I guess in a couple of days or whatever, a couple months, we'll know the truth about that. Okay? So let me go ahead and move on to the next. There's so many people who froze to death in their cars during that blizzard. Is this another girl? No, this is the same girl. So this is the same girl who I was just telling you guys about, the one with the GoFundMe page. And y'all make sure y'all donate to her GoFundMe too. I wanted to tell you guys that. I'm gonna show y'all that page again. Is this the same girl? Let me see. I think this is the same girl. Let me think. Yeah, this is her. Okay, so here's another updated story on her. It says it's the same girl. I think this is her. Let me think. Her name is Andrew Taylor, right? Let me go look and see. Well, I don't want to lose the story. Let me save the story, y'all. Wait a minute. Because I do think this is the same girl. I got to go look at the story and see. And if it is, I'll tell you guys the update about her. Let me see. Because I think this is the same chick. Let me see. What was her story at the other day? Let's see. What was her name? I think this is her though, because I remember some of the story. Let's see. Mountain Lion. This is her. I think this is her. Let me look and see. 22. It looked like this the same. Let me see what her name is. Yeah, that is her. Andale. Okay, so let me go ahead and do the updated thing. So they said tragic final text from the nurse who froze to death in her car reveals she thought emergency crews didn't care. Okay. The nurse who was found dead, I didn't know she was a nurse. The nurse who was found dead in her car in the Buffalo snowstorm revealed in her final text messages that she thought emergency crews didn't care. And Dale's Taylor body was found in a snow-covered car on Christmas Eve, about 30 hours after she initially got stuck in the historic snowstorm. Okay, is this her? Let me show y'all what she looked like on here. This is an updated picture right here. She looked different on this picture than what I saw before. Let's see. She look like a little kid. But I can tell she older. Let me go ahead and finish reading that. Wait a minute, let me turn this music down a little bit, y'all. I thought I goddamn choked it down. Basic almost anyway. Okay, so let's see. Oh, this is her car right here. Oh, let me show you this car. Damn. This couldn't be her car. Let me show y'all this car. Wait, y'all. Let me show this to y'all. This is her car. It was covered up in all that snow. Damn. Okay. I think that's her car. Let's see. Yeah, that is her car because they said Taylor couldn't escape her vehicle after it got stuck in snow in Buffalo. And that is her car. Damn, it was stuck in a lot of snow. Okay, so my God. Okay. Okay, so let's see. It said the 22-year-old woman was trying to get home from a shift at a hospital when she got caught in what some officials dubbed the blizzard of the century. Um, Taylor, a student nurse, sent her sisters multiple videos from inside her snow-trapped vehicle in Buffalo, New York, with the first coming at 4:13 p.m. on December the 23rd. Stuck in a fucking blizzard, Taylor wrote to her sister in text cited by the New York Post. But 3 hours later, she remained trapped. That's sad. Taylor wrote that the car muffler was damn near on the ground already. She also wrote that there was snow up to her tires, which made it impossible to drive. She said, I'm mad irritated, she wrote. However, Taylor remained in communication with her family and later revealed that a cop was being sent her way. They're sending a cop to me, she said, but added that she was unsure how long that's going to take. About 5.5 hours after she first got trapped in the storm, one of Taylor's sister's texts, "You still out there, Pookie?" Unfortunately, Taylor responded. Taylor continued to explain that police who were en route to her got stuck too. She also said that she had been on hold for 22 minutes trying to get help and that the fire department was just not answering. She said, I'm livid, bro. My door damn near covered, Taylor wrote. After another hour passed, Taylor texts, they don't give a fuck, man. I don't know what this means. STG using abbreviation for giving a fuck and swear to God. Taylor sent 2 more messages after midnight, including one where she said she was dozing, which would be her final text to her family. Damn. The family group chat continued to communicate, but Taylor stopped responding. She was found at about 9 p.m. on Christmas Eve, more than 30 hours after she became stuck. 30 hours? But her body was not removed until 7 p.m. on Christmas Day, more than 52 hours after she first stuck. After she was first stuck, family said. Wanda Brown Steele, 54, told the Post that she thinks her daughter died of carbon monoxide poisoning as she kept her car running while she slept. Damn. The family lives in Charlotte and was hundreds of miles away as their loved one was in need. I think she went peacefully. She was laying back. She had her arms crossed and her foot up on the dashboard like she was peacefully asleep, Steele said. Oh, yeah, she probably got carbon monoxide poisoning. Damn, that's a state. That's a city that has this going on all the time. Why weren't they prepared? My baby sat out there from Friday to Christmas. That's damn sad, y'all. Officials have admitted that they could have done more to prepare for the monster storm. The death toll in Western New York rose to 37 on Wednesday, with 25 other deaths reported across 11 U.S. states, according to CNN. That's a damn shame. We planned, but we never thought it was going to be as bad as it was, Sheriff John Garcia told the Post. So, do we have to get better? Absolutely. Better equipment, better, more equipment. Let's see what people are saying. That's sad. All of you people talking about what she should have done or about the political part of this, have some respect for crying out loud. This young woman just lost her life. How about some compassion? Hell, how about some damn decency and humanity? Rest in heaven, young lady. Okay. No, somebody else said what people are pointing out is that she could have done things to help herself. Others can take lessons. This woman's venting out causes problems for 911 personnel who are trying to make, this mean personnel who are trying to make the best decisions in given circumstances. She doesn't know their feelings, so to say they don't care. There is no politics involved. Okay. Somebody said she lost her life because she, number one, did not stay put. Number two, didn't use common sense. What? She did stay put in that car. What is this person talking about? Let me see. Um, I don't know. That's a lot of snow. I don't know what, like I said before. Okay. I don't, me personally, it just depends. I don't know. Um, honestly, because, I don't know. I just say she should have let the window down further, okay? With the car still running. Okay, because I'm sure nobody else would be out there trying to do anything to it because nobody could get anywhere. So I think I just would have had my window rolled down more. Okay, if I would have stayed in the car. Because I don't know about getting out of the car, trying to walk home in all that snow, and then it was cold out there. So what more do they think she could have done besides letting that window down halfway versus just cracking it? And then, versus cracking it, that's what I meant to say. And then, maybe staying in the car, then waiting with the car running. Because I don't know about getting out. That's a lot of snow. You saw the pictures. That's a lot of snow. And then it was probably freezing cold. And I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Somebody said the same thing. It's hard to say if you would get out the car or not. Because how far was she from her house? Okay. Did she have boots on? Did she have a coat? I'm sure she did have a coat and stuff. Okay. How, like I said, how far she was from her home? Because I don't know. I mean, and if it was dark, because if it was dark, it's because at 4 o'clock when she was there, it might have been dark. Okay, but if it depends on how far she was from home, they're not telling us everything. Because if I wasn't far from my house, I might would have tried to get out and walk. Okay, in that snow, if I got boots on and stuff, got a coat and everything, or if I was scared to get out, again, I would have my car on running, okay, with the heater on, waiting on somebody. But I know I would have rolled my windows down. I don't give a shit about snow coming in the car. I just would have had the windows down because I would have thought about carbon monoxide because you can still get that poisoning even when you're outside with the car running with the windows up. Okay. But knowing me, if I thought I could safely get home and walk in the snow, I probably would have walked. It depends on how far, because I don't know how far she was. If she was like an hour away, then I probably wouldn't, because I'm not trying to freeze to death walking home either. But it just all depends. We really can't say because we will have to be in that position to really be able to say exactly what we would do. And since I lived in a snow state, Cleveland, Ohio, and it was just, a lot of snow, cold. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like I said, okay, I don't know if I would have got out. I don't know if I would have did that or not. I just don't know because it's hard to say. And a lot of people are saying the same thing I'm saying. You just really can't say. Um, at the job, you would think that somebody said that too. She should have stayed at the job. You would think the other nurses who are older and doctors or other workers there would have told her to just stay put, you know, until the storm eases up. But maybe they did tell her that. Who's to say they didn't tell her this, you know? And like I said, you can't, like, you can't really say because we're not there. Um, Before you can say she can just get out and start walking home, if you're not there or if you're not used to snow and you don't know how everything is, you can't really say. Because I used to be in snow all the time. It's hard to walk in snow, okay? And then it's cold out there. It's just, it just depends on how far she was from a house. And I'm assuming that she probably was far from it because if she wasn't, she probably would have got out and walked. And then she probably thought that the police or ambulance or whomever was going to come out there and rescue her. All I can say is that I think she should have rolled that window down further, okay? Just roll it down some. I know it would have been cold in there, but that's why, you got to have a coat and possibly a blanket in the car so you can get it and put it around you. You got the car on anyway. If you got the car on, even though you have the window somewhat down, you're still going to not be too cold in the car and just wait. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the way I would have did it, you know. Because they said she was in there for a long time, because I don't know what else she could have done. I really don't. These people are arguing back and forth in this comment section. I'm not getting ready to read this. This is weird. So, yeah. I don't think she should have went to sleep, though, with the car running and then the window a little bit down. I don't even know if I could have fell asleep. I probably would have been trying to fall asleep, but I probably would have woke back up. And I just would, like I said, basically just having the window down halfway, and then started up the car to keep somewhat warm so you won't get freeze to death. I think I would have did it that way. I mean, really, until the police came, and I would have kept on calling them and things like that. And because our family members were in another state, so she couldn't call them. Okay. So, like I just said, that's what I would have did because I don't know what else she could have done. I think she should have just basically stayed at work, though. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are saying she should have stayed at work. Somebody said she could have got out and knocked on other people's doors. When we looked at that picture, did we see houses over there? I think we did. But who's to say somebody's going to open the door, right? And then she probably thought that the people were going to come and rescue her. But if she was close to other houses, somebody said 50 feet. Okay, so if she was close to other houses, though, after no one came in a couple hours, I probably would have gotten out and knocked on people's doors and told them I need help. I know you can't trust people these days, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. So I don't know. Let me look at this picture again, y'all, because I thought I saw some houses on that picture. Let me see. When they showed that. Let's see. Yeah. So why come she didn't? Is this her actual car right here? I wonder, is this her actual car? I mean, they said, I don't know if this is her car or not, but if this is her car, let me show you that picture again. If this is her car, wait, y'all. If this is her car right here, right? I don't know if it is or not, but what if this is her car, right? So why didn't she get out and knock on that door unless that's an abandoned building or something? That could be an abandoned building. But wouldn't it be, but no, you can't go inside because it's probably locked. And then it would be freezing cold in there too, right? Like I said, who's to say how you would have handled this? But honestly, all this snow right here, I don't know if I could have sat in here like that. Okay, I'm gonna be perfectly honest about it. Okay, I don't know if this is actually her car or anything, but I don't know if I could have sat in there if this is her car. I don't know. Again, it depends on how far my house is and how much snow. And if there's other houses around that look like they could be safe, I don't know. I might would have got out, but then again, I can never say for sure because you just don't know. And here are the text messages that she was sending. They did tell her, Jesus, shake my fucking head. Oh yeah, go to sleep. Hit us when you wake up. So they wasn't really thinking that it was all that detrimental They didn't know. I cannot talk right when I get on camera, y'all. But anyway, they didn't think that was all that serious, okay? And so they just told her to go to sleep. But the thing about it, no one thought about the carbon monoxide poisoning. She said she was talking to Mike. Who the heck is Mike? So Mike, if Mike lived in the same state and city, I wonder. I don't know. I don't know. Who is Mike? She said she kept on dozing off. These are actual text messages I'm looking at. This is sad. She started text messaging them at what time? I mean, like she was there for the longest. She was text messaging them all the way up to 12 a.m. the next, that night, that early morning. That's sad. But she was only 22. They're not, they don't at 22, you're not thinking like a 30 something year old or a 40 something year old, okay? Even her sisters and stuff, or whoever she was talking to. I mean, she was talking to her mom too, I think. Not sure. She probably just thought everything was gonna be okay. She really did. And she thought, that somebody would come and rescue her, or in the morning she can get out the car and walk on home. I'm pretty sure she probably thought that. She was in there for 30 hours. Goodness. That's sad. So what y'all think? Do y'all think if you were stuck in a snowstorm, right, in your car, do you think you would have gotten out your car and try to walk home or walk to someone's house and knock on the door? Or would you would have stayed in the car like she did? Or would you would have stayed in the car and let your window down some, left the car running and try to wait to see if somebody was going to come and went to sleep and all that? Me, myself, like I just said, I doubt I could sleep. So I probably would have, let my window down halfway with the car running. Okay. Because I know about the carbon monoxide stuff and being outside. Just like when you're inside of a garage, you can still get, poison. So I would have let my window down halfway, right? And I would have had the car running and I would have kept on calling the police until they came. Okay. But if I wasn't far from home, and depending on the snow, how deep it is in the neighborhood and all that, I might would have tried to walk home. I don't know. I just don't know for sure, and we can never say what we would do because we were in her position. But yeah, but that's still sad, like I said, and my condolences to her family and everything. And again, guys, you can donate to her GoFundMe. Let me check her GoFundMe and see what it says now. And let me show y'all her GoFundMe again. That's a sad story, regardless of what happened. It's a sad, story. Let's see. Let me see. So let me see what her GoFundMe thing says here. Let's see. Okay, let's see. So GoFundMe. So they done already raised $60,000, y'all, and they only wanted $12,000, and they have already raised $60,000. Okay, in 4 days. So that's good. But again, if you want to donate to her GoFundMe, because they're gonna need all the money they can get. You know what I'm saying? During this entire thing. Let's see. That's her GoFundMe. That's her right there. Yeah. And that's her. See, they got 1,800 donors. That's good. And that's who is organizing it. Shaniqua Brown, which is her sister, I believe. Sad, sad, sad. 22 years old. Again, we got to tell our kids what to do in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you live in a state where it snows and earthquakes and things like that. You got to tell them what to do. Just basically, it doesn't matter what state you live in. You just need to tell your kids what to do in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? So they can be prepared, because this entire thing that happened to her could have been avoided, by knowing what to do and everything. And then she probably thought everything was going to be okay. And I'm just thinking it was this carbon monoxide poisoning, because I don't see why she died in that car. You know what I'm saying? Because she had on her heater, so she didn't freeze to death. And I just think, like her sister said, think, or either her mom said the carbon monoxide poisoning. You know, her window was cracked; it wasn't rolled down all the way or far enough. And people don't realize that, you know, you have to roll your window down halfway, not just a little crack or anything. You know, that's how a lot of kids get heated up in a car when their parents leave them in there and they get too hot because the parents would crack the window and they don't realize cracking the window is not going to cool the car down enough. Okay, then they go inside and stuff, and the kids be in the car and they die from heat. You know what I'm saying? It's like with pets, the same thing. You got to let that window almost all the way down. Okay, and then in her case, she should have had it halfway down, still turn on the car in the heater so she could stay somewhat warm. She wouldn't have been like really, really warm like she was if the window is up, but you would be warm enough so you won't freeze to death. You'll still be a little bit cold, but you won't be cold where you'll freeze. And so that I wish her mom would have told her that, you know, would have thought about that, and she probably would still be alive today. As far as getting out the car trying to walk home, we don't know how far she was from her house. We don't know who stayed in that building over there. If this is actually her picture of her car, okay, we don't know this, okay, and we don't know the neighborhood. You know, she could have been scared to get out and go knocking on people's doors. We just don't know. All right. So, like I said, my condolences to her family and everything, and rest in paradise to the, to the young lady. So let me go ahead and go to the next story, guys. What time is it? It's 10:10. I've been on here for an hour and 26 minutes. So we got a couple more minutes, then I'm gonna get ready to get out of here and stuff. So another rapper, I don't even know who this guy is. I never heard of him before, but I'll still tell you guys about him. I actually saw this article the other day, okay, and I just did not read it because I really don't know who this guy is, but some people may know who he is. This is the dude right here. It's a rapper. I can't even pronounce his name. I'm just going to show y'all the picture. It's him right here. Okay, so anyway, let's see. So rapper the Opolis, London, has been reported missing. The family of the 35-year-old rapper filed a missing person report with the Los Angeles Police Department, Rolling Stone has confirmed. Family and friends of the Lopez says the 35-year-old rapper hasn't been seen or contacted since July 2022. Wow. Independent record label company Secretly Group issued a statement on Wednesday, December 28th, stating the missing person report was filed on December 27th after London's family members traveled to Los Angeles, the last place he was known to have been seen. Over the last few weeks, friends and family of the Lopez, London, have been working together to piece together his whereabouts, the statement read. They are now seeking the public's help with any information as to London's whereabouts. London's father, Larry Moses London, spoke directly to his son in his statement, saying, Theo, your dad loves you, son. We miss you. And all of your friends and relatives are searching for you. Wherever you are, send us some signal. No matter what, we will come and get you, son. The 35-year-old musician is described in the statement as being black, 6'2", 175 pounds, with dark brown eyes. He was last active on social media on July 11th. Those with information regarding London, whether about his location or general update on his well-being, are being asked to contact his cousin, Mikhail Noel, via Instagram, or go directly to the LAPD. London made his ascent in the music industry in the early 2010s, pulling from hip hop, soul, punk, and punk to craft his genre blending sound. The rapper built close relationship with his peers, hopping on tracks with Azealia Banks. I think that's how you say it. Azealia Banks. I forgot how you say her name. Octavian, Ellie Goulding, and more. Okay, shit, whatever. Okay. In 2020, London released his third studio album, Baby, a self-released record that recruited features from Tammy Impala, Little Yachty, Raekwon, Gigs, Aria Pink, and more. The fully independent project found a hit in the Kevin Parker assisted Only You, marking the most successful release of his career thus far. And I have never heard of any of these songs. Okay, so if you guys happen to see this guy, Wherever you are at, contact the Los Angeles Police Department. Okay, he's been missing since July. Since July. Right. Somebody said if your family goes missing in July, why would you wait till December to report him missing? Something ain't adding up. Okay. Somebody said I'll give you that. But when you haven't talked to him and he has not been on social media, something he was pretty active on, you're not going to be concerned. Thank God we're not related. Somebody else said it took them long enough to report him missing. It makes me wonder if they just finally ran out of money and started looking for him. Okay. Lots of bad things happening to these rappers lately. A lot of them have died or been killed, or either OD, suicide, or murder. Somebody else says, excellent. He's probably hiding. Somebody else said him and Kanye West are probably fucking. Okay, I'm not gonna read this. Okay. All right. Let's see. Somebody else said, rest in peace. Who the hell is this guy? I'm going to start calling myself a damn rapper too. LOL. Somebody else said, I hope he's found safe, but his profession has a very short lifespan. It's not the profession, it's the people who are in it. Okay, point blank. Okay, let's see. Somebody else said, why let 5 months go by until you guys file a missing person report? Shaking my head. Shame on you all. Anyway, I hope he's found. Okay. I don't know. The way they be writing these articles up be sounding tripped out. You see, that's why I can't read half of them good because they're not written, right. Anyway, this article is from the Rolling Stone magazine, okay? Just so y'all can know. I have never heard of this dude ever, okay, or the songs. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully they find him. Hopefully he's okay. And he just left on his own because he wanted to get away from everybody. So hopefully he's okay and not, you know, dead or kidnapped or anything crazy. Yeah. And so now they have another little girl that's missing. What time is it? Let's see. Okay, so they have another little girl missing. Let me read this to you guys real quick. So they got a massive hunt for a missing 11-year-old girl, okay? And now they are facing challenges. The massive hunt for missing 11-year-old Madalena Kojo Carey has been hampered by how late police in North Carolina were notified of her disappearance. Why do these people wait so long to let people know their children are missing? Cornelius Police Captain Jennifer Thompson said in a video update, one of the challenges in this case, simply put, we were not notified she was gone, said Thompson. The search for Madalena has police looking all over the world. Investigators have developed and followed nearly 250 leads spanning across state lines and across the globe, Thompson said Tuesday. Madalena's parents were arrested on December the 17th for failure to report her missing, police previously said in a news release. Her mother, Diane Kojo Carey, is being held on a $250,000 bond, while her stepfather, Christopher Pelmenter, is being held on a $200,000 bond, according to jail workers. CNN has tried multiple times to contact Diane Kojo Carey's attorney. A spokesperson for the law firm representing Pelmenter previously said they were unable to comment at this time. This is a serious case of child whose parents clearly are not telling us everything they know, Thompson said. Please call us if you have eyewitness information. Madalena's missing poster is listed first on the Charlotte FBI website. She was last seen on November 23rd wearing jeans, pink, purple, and white Adidas shoes, and a white t-shirt and jacket, the FBI said. Cornelius is approximately 20 miles north of Charlotte, North Carolina. Here's the little girl right here. I believe her parents did something to her and her stepdad. So be perfectly honest about that. You can't really see her face. Wait, let me do this like this. Damn. I'm about to start being lazy and start putting this on a thing like normal people do. Let's see. I'm trying to get a clear picture. It's the way you have to hold this to get a clear picture. Let's see. That's the little girl right there. Sad, sad case. I believe the mama and that stepdad did something to that little girl. I really do. Let me go back to her story. I believe that they did something to this little girl, and that's why they didn't report it point blank. And I'm glad they in jail because if they did something to this her daughter and let that man do something, then she needs to be in jail. Somebody said at this point they will be lucky to find her body. No parent worth their salt would worry about a rift in the house if their child was missing. God bless this angel. She does. She deserves so much better than what she had. Give me 10 minutes alone with her mom. I would save taxpayer money either way. I heard that. And the stepfather, let's not forget him. And let's not let him go unharmed. Let's see what else. Somebody said, rest in peace, bless the baby. I know she's passed because the parents didn't report her. There's never been a case where this has happened and the kid was found alive. Somebody else says, so sad. God knows the truth and he will make sure the truth comes out. Give it to God. Those responsible will have to answer for it, whether it be on earth or when they face our Maker for judgment. Okay. Okay. Somebody must have been on here tripping out, obviously. Somebody said they are hiding something. And I think they know what? They are hiding something. I think they know everything about how she's missing because how your own daughter can be missing and many days later you told to the authority. I cannot read some of these people's messages because they don't speak correctly. Let's see. Somebody said the parents either killed her or sold her. Why else would they wait so long to report her missing? I don't know. I believe, you know what I believe? I believe that either the mom or the stepdad did something to that little girl. Okay. Possibly killed her, probably beat her, maybe even raped her or whatever. Hi, Brittany Anderson, or whatever they did to her. But I believe that they killed her. Either the stepdad did, and then they did something, disposed of her body or whatever the case is. And if the stepdad did it, he told the mom not to say anything, or they did it together, or the mom could have done it. But I believe one thing that they did something to, her daughter, point blank. And I don't believe the little girl is alive, and that's why they waited so long to say anything because they was trying to concoct up a plan that would work and stuff, and didn't want to call the police and let them know anything right now because they was trying to figure out what to do. And then of course they got to do something because somebody gonna start questioning where is your daughter. So that's when they concocted up this and whatever story they did and act like they don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? They did something to this little girl. Somebody said the devil awaits, or one of his demons awaits anyone that will harm a child. Their soul will scream through the frozen darkness forever, bound with black wire in the worms. Okay. Who is Tartar? What? Wait a minute. Who is Tartarus? That's who he said, actually. He said Tartarus awaits anyone that will harm a child. Their soul will scream through the frozen darkness forever, bound with black wire in the worms. I need to look that up to see what that is. I'm thinking it's some type of demon. Somebody said sounds like human trafficking. Now I believe that they killed her daughter, point blank. Somebody said dead. Somebody else said the whole world is lying in the power of the wicked one. He should say lane. Read Bible, 1 John 5th chapter, 19 verse. That's why it's so much evil and weaknesses. End times are near. Okay, let me screenshot that so I can read that. And then I also want to look up this thing this person said to see what that is too. I want to know what that is. Okay, let me do that. Okay, let's see. Now somebody being stupid. We won't even read that. Somebody said, please pray for peace and family unity daily. Amen. Let's see. Like I say, somebody else said they killed the child. So sad. She was such a beautiful child. Even if the child was ugly, it's just still sad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why would you do that to your child? But I'm still saying to myself and out loud, I actually think, I don't know for sure, but I actually think that stepdad probably did it. Okay. I'm just thinking out loud that he might have assaulted the girl or something and then killed her. And then you know how these women be so in love with these men, and then he encouraged her or made her or told her, or she decided to lie herself with him to protect that man over her daughter. I bet you it's something like that. What? So somebody else had to get in here and say, damn shame for this. But we need to have the same energy when a young girl of color, especially a black girl. Okay. I think we need to have that same energy when any child, regardless of the race, get killed point blank. And let's see. Somebody said, I really don't think they would fire her and the parents cannot be charged with anything. Yes, they can be. Okay. Shut up. Be positive, please. Okay, but anyway, like I just said, I believe that they did something to this girl, regardless of which one did it. They probably are doing, did it together, and they are in the right place right now until they find out what happened to the little girl, point blank. And I don't believe that the little girl is safe. I just don't. Another Casey Anthony story. Poor little angel. I'm praying that she is found safe. Somebody said very typical of these people. Are we really that surprised? Okay. Okay. All righty, guys. So what do y'all think? What do you think happened to the little girl? I told you what I think, so hopefully I'm not correct. Point blank. Okay, let's see what else we need to talk about real quick. Okay. Let's see, y'all. All these little stories. Okay, so this is the final story I'm going to read to you guys. It's about narcissistic parents, the damage they can do to their children. Okay. This is coming from Newsbreak contributor um, from newsbreak.com. Okay. A narcissistic parent behaves as they imagine themselves to be the king or queen of the family, or someone whose activities are more important than being part of the family. As a child, your parents are your world until you are able to leave home. Your survival and self concept depend on them. A narcissistic parent can severely damage your self esteem, which to develop requires love and acceptance from both parents. Children of narcissistic parents typically grow up codependent and insecure. They struggle with shame and low self esteem. Their adult relationships are distorted by their early childhood experiences with a narcissistic parent. Although the traits of narcissism are the same, their expression by a mother or father may impact male and female children in unique ways. Number one, here's why their parenting is toxic. Number one, lack of empathy. Because narcissistic people lack empathy, they are unable to nurture, mirror, and understand their children, which are necessary for developing a healthy self concept and self love. Even a narcissistic mother who holds and cares for her baby isn't able to empathize with and respond to her infant cues and emotions, limiting normal childhood development. Some narcissistic people outsource parenting and are neglectful to varying degrees, while others might be controlling and abusive. As adults, these children neglect their emotional needs and can't nurture themselves. Number two, selfish control. It's all about them. Mature parents sacrifice their individual needs and wants for the good of their child and to meet their child's essential needs. In contrast, narcissistic parents put their feelings and needs, particularly emotional needs, ahead of those of their children, who generally adapt, become codependent, and gradually deny their needs and feelings to deal with those of the parents. They personalize their child's failures and natural impulses toward autonomy. Autonomy. Oh my God, I can never say these words, y'all. Autonomy, and either ignore their child or become more overbearing. Okay, I'm gonna spell it word to you because I know I said that wrong. It's Autonomy. That's what I just said or tried to say. Their child's independence is considered a threat that can compete with and encroach on them. Watching her 20-month-old grandchild explore her living room, my narcissistic mother remarked, "He thinks he owns the place." A negligent, controlling, or mixed parenting style is emotionally abandoning. This is to be expected because, like all narcissists, these parents don't see their children as separate human beings. Their child needs, wants, and emotions become inconveniences, personal affronts, or burdens, like the father who coldly told his young son that he had no value because he had no net worth. Many such parents behave like children, reversing roles and confiding in their children inappropriately about the other parent, especially after a divorce, and about sexual experiences or about personal sorrows and distress. Don't expect narcissistic parents to be involved with their children's hobbies, goals, or interests unless it's also their goals or interests. They won't take the pleasure, they won't take pleasure in their children's accomplishments or attractiveness, except to the extent that it reflects well upon them. They don't share in their children's excitement or pride in something unless it was their idea or of interest to them. They will likely insist that their children dress, think, and behave according to their wishes. This extends to the choice of school, spouse, and career. They sometimes force their aspirations on their children, hoping to live through them. Children of narcissistic parents may be driven to prove themselves to win their teachers, employers, and partners' approval, or find little motivations or find little motivation to pursue their wants and goals when not externally supported. These parents sometimes expect their children to listen to their rants and rages, meet their social, sexual, or financial needs, or clean the house or yard immaculately while they relax. One cruel father demanded that his son dig a swimming pool, while another ordered his son to cut the grass with a razor blade or face physical abuse. Some narcissistic parents threaten to physically harm their children or cut them off emotionally and or financially if they fail to measure up to their parents' desires and expectations. As adults, they are afraid of making waves or mistakes and being authentic and learn to subjugate, I don't even know what this word says, subjugate their needs and feelings to other. I guess I said that right. Okay, this is a lot, y'all. Oh my God, let me just tell you them at the next ones. Okay, I'm not gonna read all this. So also they have a lot of competition, be envy and jealousy. The parents usually be envy and compete with their children, attractiveness, athletic or intelligence, and so on. Also, they can make negative comparisons to put their children down. They might compare a child to a sibling, friend, cousin, or even themselves, going about how spoiled, inferior, or lucky the child is, and blase, blase. And also, narcissistic parents make a child feel like they are never good enough. Okay, narcissistic people do this in general. You're never good enough for them. You can't do anything right. Period. They know everything. They do everything right, but you do everything wrong. They also abuse and manipulate. A lot of narcissistic parents abuse their kids or manipulate, just like narcissistic people like to abuse and they like to do manipulation. Okay, point blank. Um, a lot of narcissistic parents do not have, they don't have unconditional love or acceptance or any emotional connection. Okay, with their children, point blank. That's why a lot of narcissistic people, when they're grown children, when narcissistic, a lot of narcissistic parents who raise kids, some of those kids become narcissistic themselves. Okay, and then when they get older, they don't know how to give unconditional love. They have a void in them, and they do a lot of things, you know, to make themselves accepted by others. You know what I'm saying? And they also don't have no emotional connection to anybody for real. You know, they say often adult children of narcissistic parents, they sometimes become depressed. They have unacknowledged anger and feelings of emptiness. They lack emotional support for their feelings, needs, and desires. They often feel undesired, left behind, insecure, disregarded. So it's a lot of stuff that, that can happen when you have narcissistic parents. And a lot of times when you have a narcissistic parents, all that rubs off on the child and they become narcissistic. When they get older, it shows, and a lot of stuff they, go through because of their upbringing. You know, some people though they can be raised by narcissistic parents, right? And they don't be narcissistic when they get older. They actually realize as they start aging that their parents are narcissistic, and so they, you know, just don't be narcissistic themselves. It's just like, without telling too much information, it's just like certain people I know. They may have had strict parents, very strict parents. Their parents may have did certain things, but even though they were brought up by their parents and stuff like that, and they seen abuse and all types of stuff, when they get grown, they don't do these. They don't do all that stuff. They don't be the same type of parent, because even though they was raised by parents that probably was not narcissistic and abusive and things like that, they didn't turn out the same way. So I don't think just because kids are raised by narcissistic parents, I don't think that all kids grow up to be the same way, and things like that. I do think they miss out on a lot of things and have sometime internal damage from being raised by a narcissistic parent. Because even though they may not be narcissistic when they grow up, they still may have some issues that stems from their upbringing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, for example, if your parents are narcissistic and make you feel like you can never do anything right, when you get older, you may not be narcissistic yourself, but you may still feel like when you get older that you can't do anything right. You see what I'm saying? You may in that, and when you feel like you can't do anything right, then your self-esteem may be a little bit lower than what it would have been if they would have been more, positive and loving and things like that. So it just all depends, you know. But I do feel sorry for people who have narcissistic parents, because narcissistic people do a lot of stuff. They're very controlling. And just think, if you have a controlling parent that's just controlling everything, especially when you start getting older, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just controlling everything. And then when you get grown, for a parent to try to control grown kids, one has to think that something is wrong with them, because when your child gets 21 and older, I just don't see it. You know, I don't see that being normal behavior with a person that's a parent who has a child that's 21 and over, and you still trying to control them 100%. See, you can tell them advice, you can give them advice, but you shouldn't be controlling, you know, demanding that your children do certain things when they're grown. You know, when a child gets 21, they're fully grown. Yes, you can still guide them and give them information, but you shouldn't be controlling where you're telling them what to do, what to wear. You can say, well, I don't think you should wear this, but you can't be telling them like you would if they were younger. That's what I'm trying to say. Or telling them where they need to live and things like that. So I just think that shouldn't be done. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because like with my kids, you know, that are grown, I don't do that. I don't tell them what to do when they start getting a certain age. I can give them advice, okay, but I don't force them to do anything when they get a certain age. And tell you the truth, when they turn 18, I don't force them to do anything. I give them advice. I'll tell them, no, you shouldn't do this, but I don't do the same thing with them as I was doing with them when they were younger. Put it like that. And definitely not at 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28. No, I can give them advice, but I'm not trying to control them and tell them they better do this, or I'm not going to give you this. I'm not going to help you with that. I'm not going to do all this other stuff. That's weird, you know. And a lot of parents who are not narcissistic, I feel sorry for them, the kids. I really do. Because a lot of times, you know, some of them do grow up being narcissistic too, or they have other things that's wrong with them, like a lack of security. You know, they be insecure. They feel like they can't do anything right. They probably, you know, be closed in, feel closed in, just a lot of stuff. You know, it can do a lot of damage. You know what I'm saying? They probably can't barely love nobody or show any type of empathy for anybody or anything else. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of narcissistic people are overbearing anyway. They're very overbearing in everything else. You know, everything negative they are. You know, so I can't really deal with a narcissistic person. I really can't, because um, for me, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth even taking the time out to deal with a person who's like that. You know, because I'm not going to go crazy dealing with somebody who think everything is about them and wants everything their way and things like that. So I feel sorry for people who have narcissistic parents, because it's a trip. Let me see what some of these people saying in the comments. Um, let's see. Somebody said, it hurts my heart to see that I was once this type of parent. I thought it was because I was protecting my child and making him tough for the scary world. Then I noticed him being more insecure. Every time somebody would ask him a question, he would look at me first as if he was looking for my approval. He wouldn't play freely with other children, and so many things that made me realize that I was very wrong. I was looking at my own imperfections in him. I am imperfect. I am me. My son has his own feelings, his own way of thinking, his own way of doing things. I am there to help, not just to tell him what to do. And I agree with her. You cannot, that's what I was trying to say. As a parent, you know, when they're younger, yes, you want to tell them what to do and show them how to do things. But when they get older, okay, like 18 and above, and especially at 21, you can still give them advice, but I don't think you should be controlling your kids' life when they get grown. That's what I'm trying to say. I hate it when I see parents telling their kids what they want them to do when they get a certain age, because they couldn't do that. Okay, yes, you want the best for your child, but you shouldn't be making them do anything when they get a certain age. You can encourage them. You can tell them, I think you should do this, but it shouldn't be a forced situation. Even when they're little bitty kids, I don't think you should force them. Okay, I mean, yes, you tell them don't do certain things, you know, and you guide them. And if they do certain things, you put them on a punishment and things like that. But I don't think you should be forcing kids to do certain things, especially if it's not going to harm them or anything like that. You know, like for example, um, when we used to go to church, sometime my daughter would be like, she don't want to wear a dress. Okay, I know, like in my household, if it would have been my mom would have forced her to wear a dress. But me and my ex was like, No, we're not gonna force. Yeah, we want you to wear a dress. You should wear a dress to church, but you can wear a nice pair of pants, no blue jeans, if you want to, and that's what we let her do. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a forced situation, or we're gonna whip you, or you're in timeout, or we calling her names and stuff like that. I decided not to do that type of parenting because we were raised somewhat similar to that. My mom was real, real strict. So I was like, I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to be a little strict, but not too strict. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be forcing my kids to do certain things. Certain things you do have to make them do, but I'm saying certain things you don't have to. And, I think I did a pretty good job. You know what I'm saying? Because look at all of them. They doing good, emotionally and, personally and everything. So I think as parents, we need to guide our kids. We need to show them and lead by example. Okay. And I think we should love our children and guide them through love. You know what I'm saying? And show them the right way of doing something. And at the same time, when they get grown, though, I think we can still guide, but I don't think we should be forcing. I really don't. We shouldn't force our kids to go to the school if they don't want to. I gave my kids a choice. You can go to college, or you can go to military, and or just get you a job, or go to one of those schools where they teach you a trade for 12 months or 24. Do something. We gave them those choices. Okay. And my son chose to go to the military first, and then he went to college. My other daughter decided to go to college. That's the one who completed her PhD. Okay, my other one decided to go to college and did not want like school, so she stopped going. Got a real good job, but now she's back in college. So I decided to let my older ones make their own decisions, and then these other ones, they're going to do the same thing, make their own decisions. Okay, point blank, I don't force them. I'm not trying to let them live through me or me living through them. You do how you want to do. Now if you start going the wrong direction, then I'm here to try to guide you to the right direction. But see, that's where doing good, or I won't necessarily say doing good, but that's where having good parenting skills when they're younger um, makes a huge difference. Because when you have good parenting skills when they're younger, when they get older, they will make better decisions, point blank. And also, you have to show them by leading a good being a good example. That's what I'm trying to say. You can't tell your children not to do certain things and they see you doing this all the time. Okay? See, we didn't do that. Like even before I got married, um, if I was dating somebody, I wouldn't even bring them to see my older two. I wouldn't let them meet anyone unless I'm serious with them. Just like now, once my divorce is finalized and I start really dating for real, they're not gonna meet anybody I date unless I'm serious with them. See what I'm saying? Because I don't know, I don't agree with all that letting your kids meet all these people you talk to, and stuff. That's for men or women. I don't agree with all that. You know what I'm saying? I think you should not be letting them meet anyone until you become serious with them, point blank, especially young kids. And then when they get older and they do the same thing, and you want to talk about it. So that's why I say you got to lead by showing a good example. And then if you do show them something bad, you need to let them know this is not the way you do it. This is not the way you do it. And tell them why they shouldn't do it and what happened to you when you did it, so they can know not to make the same mistakes. And just say, even if they do make those mistakes, at least you told them. At least you told them and showed them. So again, we have to parent better, and we got to, when we tell our kids not to do certain things or to do certain things, we need to lead in by being a good example. Point blank. You don't want your kids to drink. Why? Why are you getting drunk in front of them or coming home drunk? You don't want your kids to smoke weed. Why are you smoking around them or looking or acting high? Because kids know when you're high. Shit. You don't want your kids to do drugs, pills and all this other stuff they got. But why would you be high off of pills and stuff? You don't want your kids having sex with every man or woman. Well, why are you showing them that you have different men and women all the time? So you got to lead by being a good example, point blank. You can't let social media, TV, friends, church members, and all these other people raise your kids. You have to raise them yourself. You have to be a good parent. You got to be there to talk to them. You got to be there to share time with them, to take them places. If you can't take them to a place, be at home with them, watch TV together, be on a computer together, share their life with them. You got to be there to do all this. You know, you just got to be there. It ain't even about spending all your money on your kids all the time. It's about actually being there and spending, time or acting like you care about calling them on the phone, talking to them, being interested in things they do, going to their school sometime, helping them with their homework or answering questions. There's a lot of stuff you have to do in order to be a good parent or a good parent, point blank. I don't know what other word to use. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things you have to do. Because if you don't do it, when they get to be grown, you're going to see what your parenting skills made. And yes, you got some kids, you can raise them good and they still end up doing weird stuff. Okay, that's life. If you have children that do this, you just need to talk to them and try to guide them. Once they're grown, all you can do is guide them. You can't force them. I mean, you can try, but you can't force them. Okay? So you can just guide them. You can give them instruction. You can try to help them, show them. You know what I'm saying? Help them, show them. That's all you can do. So for me, I feel sorry for people who have narcissistic parents, for real, because, you know, being around narcissistic people or a narcissistic boyfriend, I know how annoying they can be. You know what I'm saying? You got control. They like to control people. Parents do the same thing, narcissistic parents. Always want to be in charge, want to control everything you do. You can't do this. You don't need to do that. You can't do this, that. I do this my way. Your way is not good enough. Some of them are abusive, whether it's physically or verbally abusive or emotionally abusive. They be abusive. A lot of them be like that. So imagine you're a child and you have a narcissistic parent and they're like this. So yeah, I feel sorry for anybody who has a narcissistic parent because they just don't be. They just be on a whole nother. They be in a whole nother world, just like narcissistic people. I actually believe they got mental problems. I really do, because I don't believe. Honestly believe they have mental problems. Because how can you be like that without being mental? And they need help. Point blank. That's why I went over those mental health problems in narcissistic people. A narcissistic disorder, I think, was up there because it is a disorder. Something is wrong with narcissistic people. Point blank. It really is. Mentally. But anyway, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you think about narcissistic parents? Point blank. Somebody said, I think you as a parent have to say what you mean and mean what you say. Your tone of voice, not yelling nor screaming. We as parents are their teachers, and we set examples and boundaries, laws and rules. We don't hit. We don't compare them with anyone else. You can make them strong, but not bullies. For every correction, give a compliment and always do it in love, and all will be fine. Yeah. That's good. Now when she say we don't hit, okay, let's talk about that real quick. When you say don't hit, and then I got like 5 minutes. When you say don't hit, we talking about don't hit being abusive, okay? When you hit, I don't even know how to explain this. You don't be abusive, okay? Physically hitting a child in an abusive manner, slapping them upside the face, across the back, and things like that to me is abuse. If you spank your child on their behind, actually here in the state of California, you can spank your child on the behind. Okay, I don't really consider that as being abuse. Okay, unless you are spanking your child out of anger because you're mad at someone or you're mad at your spouse or your boyfriend and you get mad. You know how some people do. To me, that's abuse. Okay, but if you're spanking your child out of love because that child did something like a young child, I don't look at that as abuse. If you're spanking them on their behind, I'm not talking about people who take stuff and hit their kids anywhere or slap them or punch them or beat them with a switch and things like that. To me, all of that is abuse. Okay, point blank. Okay, so everything else she said, I agree with. Um, well, the screaming thing. At times, look, this is not fairy tale. Some of her stuff in this little thing that she wrote is fairy tale land. Okay, in the real world, sometimes you have to yell at your children. Okay, you are not going to always talk. Yes, honey, go sit down over there. This is not acceptable. No, you're not going to do that all the time. Sometimes you need to raise your voice. That's what's wrong with some of these parents. That's why their kids grow up and be doing the most. Okay. Sometimes you do have to raise your voice at your children, just like you do at some people. Okay. No, you don't have to raise your voice and call them names and cuss at them and things like that. But sometimes you do have to raise your voice. You cannot speak calmly in all situations. Point blank. Now, everything else she said, I do agree. Setting examples, boundaries, laws, and rules. Okay, as long as you don't got too many laws and rules. Okay, goodness, because some people, some parents got laws and rules about everything. Okay, just every damn thing. Okay, just go overboard. And definitely don't compare. One thing I don't compare none of my children to each other. I never tell the other one. I don't never tell one that they look better than the other. I don't never talk about one because one is light skin, one is brown skin. I don't do stuff like that. I don't I don't do all that. That's out. Yeah, you definitely got to mean what you mean. Now I've been accused of sometimes I'll say stuff to them and I don't actually mean it. You know what I'm saying? And then like with my son, that's why he used to always be doing little things because I would tell him not to stop doing stuff and I would tell him that I'm going to put him in timeout and I would put him in timeout, but I'll forget that he's in timeout and he'll come right back out of timeout. You know what I'm saying? So we got to mean what we say. She's right when she says that when you do something or say something, you have to mean it and you have to carry it out. Let's see. Right, you can make your kids strong, but not bullies, and that's true. I agree with that. You can make them strong, but teach your kids not to bully other kids and other people. I had to get on my son about that. I told him it's not cool. Don't do that. Don't. Because one of his friends came and told me that he was talking about him or something, and he said he didn't want to be my son's friend anymore. So I was like, okay, don't be his friend anymore. That's good. I'm glad you're coming. You know, you came to tell me this. And so I talked to my son about it and told him, that's unacceptable. You don't do that. And that's why he don't want, want to be your friend and stuff. And then blase. Made him stop doing it. You definitely got to give your kids compliments. She's right on that. You need to give your kids compliments, especially when you're correcting them, okay? Or when they're doing something good. Or if they're not good at something and they improve at it, you want to let them know that you are aware of that and compliment them, okay? I do that with all my kids, these younger ones here. Even my other daughter, I can do it to her because she's 28, and I do it with her too because she still needs that little guidance right there. And any one of the other ones, the other two, if I talk to them and they need that, I'll give that to them too. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Somebody said you can stoop to their eye level. I guess they may be right on that. I don't know. I never did stoop down when I was talking to my kids because I never made them feel like I was overpowering them. Okay, point blank. So it just depends. Somebody said, I'm glad I had other people in my life to steer me in the right direction. My mother is the best kind of narcissist. She complains nonstop about her narcissist mother while claiming she was the best mother since Teresa. She goes on and on about what her mother did to her while doing the same thing to me. I learned to accept her for who she is and that her issues are hers, not mine. Yeah, I think we all dealt with something like that with our parents, especially, if we're 40 and above, because parents back then, um, some of these parents were a trip, and some of these parents had narcissistic ways. Okay, straight up. Okay, and their parenting style was totally different than how we parent. Because I'm definitely a different type of parent than my mom was. Um, I never wanted to be real strict with my kids. I mean, I'm strict, but not strict like she was. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to be like that because I feel like when you be too strict with your children, you'll make them actually, you'll force them away from you. You understand what I'm saying? And then you make them all insecure and scared and stuff like that. I didn't want to make my kids insecure. Just like when I just told you guys, I never did compare my kids with one another. I never did that because I don't want one to think they better or lesser. You know what I'm saying? Like when I tell people about my older kids, when I say one got a PhD, I'll tell you what the other ones do. And the other ones do. I don't put neither one of them on a pedestal. I put them all together. Just like with the three here, I do the same exact thing. I never compare them. I say whatever works for this one, she does this. The other one do this, he does this. Point blank. Because I didn't like it when my mom did us, me and my sister, like that. She used to make comparisons, and I did not like that, and I still don't like it. Now, I don't agree with this. A lot of people say you're a parent, not your child's friend. Actually, I don't actually agree with that 100%. Um, I do think you are a parent, but at the same time, I do think you can be your child's friend. Not a friend like a homegirl type friend. Okay? I'm saying like a friend where they can come and talk to you about almost anything. That's what I'm talking about. But yet they still know you are the mom. Okay. Like my other daughter, me and her act like that. We have a relationship like this. The 28-year-old one, she knows that I'm her mom, but at the same time, she also know she can call me and tell me anything. And when I say anything, she tells me almost anything. Okay, we can talk about almost anything. Now, since she does know that I am her mother, she is not going to talk to me about everything. That's why I said almost anything. Okay, so I do believe like you can be their friend too, as long as you're not trying to be their home girl type friend. A friend, as in that you can come and tell me almost anything. You can feel comfortable around me. Okay, but at the same time, maintain that mom title. And as far as this lady saying, I'd rather be tough on you now. Um, you hate me, then the state you hate what? She said, I would rather be tough on you now and you hate me than the state hate you later. Okay. I don't think for me, because I have raised some kids that are grown, I wasn't like a weak mom. I wasn't um, one of those passive type moms. But at the same time, I don't believe in being too tough. Okay. Because sometimes that backfires. I don't play now. I'm not going to lie. And they know that. Okay, but I don't believe in like some people are like militant parents. I don't believe in that. Okay, because I'm not trying to. Cause see, my mom was like that. I wasn't trying to be a mom like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't feel like that benefits a child, especially when they become older, because that rubs off and it leaves them feeling insecure, just different. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe you have to be real tough on your kids. Okay, I believe you need to be firm. I believe you need to be a parent, have rules and things like that. But I don't think you have to be like a militant person, tough like that. Because the thing about it, she said the state or whatever she was saying, the other she said you'll be in, if I be light on you, you may go to jail. There's a lot of people who are tough on their children, and their kids went to jail when they got older. Okay, for serious crimes. I'm not talking about going to jail for no parking tickets and some bull crap. I'm talking about some real crimes. Okay, so I don't know about that real tough stuff. I think you should be firm, try to be the best parent that you can be. But as far as being like a damn, um, like they're in the military or something like this, or boot camp or somewhere like that, I don't think you should parent like that because kids need not not soft, but they need not too tough. They just need enough toughness, but not overboard. That's what I'm trying to say. Some parents be going crazy with stuff. That's why some of these kids commit suicide too, and do other stuff because their parents will push them to this point. Okay, somebody talk about the other part what they read. Okay, let's see. Yeah, when I saw that too, it was disgusting. I wonder why they put that in there. Who's that? Okay, let's see. These people are crazy. Somebody said, "What about a narcissistic government? These folks act like they are royalty." This was funny. Somebody said, "I grew up with a monster as a father. He done all of the things mentioned in this article. Yes, he worked, but we were his slaves. There were no snacks. If we liked certain foods, he got off on not buying it. We were constantly reminded that our child support paid for the car payment, which he never took us anywhere. When I got work and made money, I had to give him 15% to live in his house. There were no birthdays, Christmas, anything like that. He said our gift was him paying for the utilities in a home. I bought my own school clothes, shoes, etc. I started delivering papers at 7, mowing lawns, selling vegetables. My grandpa let me have a garden on his farm. I do not speak to that person who is my father. And he shouldn't shit because his father was a hot ass mess. Let's keep it real. Goodness. No snacks or nothing in the house. And he was constantly reminding them that the child support paid for the car payment. That I guess the child support he was getting or whatever paid. I don't know what the hell this dude mean. Paid for the car payment, which he never took us anywhere. I don't know. When I got work and made money, he charged this child 15%. 15% to live in the house. No birthdays, Christmas, or anything like that. That's nothing I don't agree with either. When parents have different religions, right? And then or different beliefs, right? And they refuse to do certain things, celebrate certain things, and don't let their kids participate in it. Now, granted, if I do have a certain religion and I feel like we shouldn't celebrate something, I will say that. However, I think for me, I would still do certain things with my kids. I really would. This is like, for example, it's like Halloween. Okay, I was never into really celebrating Halloween like some people do, but I knew my kids wanted to participate in it. So I did a compromise. I told them exactly what Halloween was originally, because of course, it originally stemmed from something else other than what they tell you on social media. Then it grew up to be, it grew into being what it was, what people say on social media. Okay, it made it like it is. But anyway, I made a compromise with them. I told them, okay, we can do Halloween, but the thing about it, I don't want demonic costumes, or like that girl who played in Exorcist, those type of costumes. I didn't want like no real scary type of costumes and no Ouija boards and weird stuff like that. That's what I said, and all this other strange stuff. And so I let them do Halloween. You know what I'm saying? And like even like for Christmas, me and my ex, we was never into like holidays like some people are. But I did always decorate for Christmas and all that stuff and everything. But for Christmas, I actually told them the real meaning of it, right? And why we celebrate that as the day that we celebrate it for, right? And that it did not, it wasn't like how everybody, painted, just for presents and things like that. And I went on and decided that we are going to celebrate Christmas, point blank. I didn't care about um, what other people think or what other people did. I just don't, for me, in my household, I just don't think it's right for us to take all that away from our kids, okay? Because people demonize everything and make everything demonized. Point blank. I think if we teach our kids the real meaning behind things and tell them what's really up, they'll know, especially when they start getting older. You know what I'm saying? And then if they don't think it's right for them to celebrate certain things, they probably just won't celebrate it, you know? And the thing about like these holidays when people be talking about what's pagan and stuff, I always say these people be talking about this holiday is pagan, has pagan roots and all this other stuff, but yet they'll celebrate their birthdays. They go celebrate New Year's Eve. They drink. They do a lot of different things that has pagan roots. And no, doing one thing wrong doesn't make it right to do something else wrong. But the thing is that if you research a lot of things, you would find out that it has pagan roots. So what we're gonna do? We're not gonna celebrate anything. I think we need to learn about stuff in general, right, and discuss it with our children, and try to do it. If you're gonna celebrate certain things, try to make it more positive. Like for example, if you're gonna celebrate Halloween, you just make it positive. If you don't want to celebrate in a way that you're glorifying Satan or whatever the case is, then you don't let your kids wear costumes like that. Period. They can dress up as something biblical. You know what I'm saying? Or yeah, dress up for something biblical versus dressing up as scary creatures and things like that. You don't want to celebrate Christmas, you don't think you should? Okay. But still, I think you should still, put up decorations to a point if you have children, if that's what they want, you know what I'm saying? Maybe give 3 presents, you know, um, to each child to signify what Christmas is really about. You know what I'm saying? And people always says they don't know when Jesus' actual birthday is, but let them know, no, we don't know. We just celebrate it on this day because we think or whatever. I think parents need to do that, and then go from there. I don't agree when people just take everything away from kids because they're kids. When they get older and stuff, and you can start explaining stuff more in detail, let them read things, then y'all can make a decision together because they are more mature. But when they're little, no, I think it's kind of unfair. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you'll have rules and things like that, but I still think you can do certain things. Just put, guidelines there. These same parents say no to these holidays, but they let their kids smoke in front of them, drink in front of them, let them date, basically have sex, and everything else. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I didn't let my 2 daughters date, these two here, while they were in school. Period. I said no dating. I didn't force them or anything else. I just tell them no dating. I didn't feel like you are mature enough. Okay, because when you deal with boys and you're dating, you need to be a little bit more mature. I think you need to wait till you're a little bit more mature so you can be able to handle certain things. I explained to them why I think they shouldn't date yet. And guess what? They didn't date. One is 22, the other one is 19. So now if they want to date, because they are a little bit more mature, they can date. But not when they were 17 and be in under. I did not allow dating, point blank. Just like I did not allow them to go to clubs and stuff. They don't go to clubs now either because that was never introduced to them. They don't drink, they don't smoke, they don't do drugs. And I don't either. Or their father don't either. Point blank. So I think a lot of times, again, we have to explain to them, especially when they start getting older, not just tell them, explain to them why you don't want them to do certain things. And then let them think they're making a choice with you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what I did. I saw with my other ones, I let them date and stuff like that. And I saw, you know, how I did not want to do the same thing with these three here. Okay. So that's why I changed a lot of stuff. Plus, I was more mature with these three. So parenting takes a lot. Okay. And if you want a successful household, You have to do things that works. Okay. You can't, you can listen to what you read online and all this other stuff, but you really got to do things that works for your family, that work for your family and for your kids. And you got to make sure you let them have a voice. You have to treat them with respect, just like you want them to treat you with respect. Okay, you couldn't pay none of my kids to ever talk to me like I hear some of these kids talking to their parents. Okay, none of them will ever cuss me out. They can cuss me out when I'm not around or wherever else, but they're not going to cuss me out to my face. Period. So, like I said, so when people be talking about all these pagan holidays and stuff, but yet they let their kids disrespect them, let their kids smoke and drink in front of them and things like that. Don't tell me anything about no pagan holidays or anything else. Run your household and I'll run mine. And that's the way I feel about that, point blank. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this live tonight. I did this live tonight because I'm not going to do one tomorrow. The next time I'll see you guys maybe on Saturday if I decide not to go out or if I come back early enough. And I may do we can bring in a New Year's together if I can. If not, then I'll try to do a live Saturday sometime or either on New Year's Day. All right. Otherwise, guys, don't forget to thumbs this video up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Also, leave a comment. Anything you heard in this video is protected by the Fair Use Act of 1976. All information in this video is allegedly, unless I said that it was 100% true. Any news articles that I gave you are true to the best of my ability, the best of my knowledge and everything. But any opinions that I've gave, personal opinions from anybody in these comment sections or from myself, is all opinions, okay? And some things are allegedly or whatever is based on whatever I think, okay? So again, when it comes to parenting style, you have to do what works for you, what works for your children. The only thing I can say is when you parenting, parent with love, in respect, in dedication, okay? In whatever your religion is, have some type of religion to have a foundation for your kids, okay? Preferably the one that involves the true and one and only Yahweh. But, you know, I know people have their own different things when it comes to religion, okay? But other than that, guys, you guys have a great night if you're watching right now. And if it's a daytime, have a good day. Have a great, what's the day? Have a great Friday. Be blessed. Happy New Year's in advance, just in case. And guys, take care, be safe. And don't forget, happiness starts within. If you're not happy on the inside, that happiness won't be reflected around you. Point blank. Did I say that right? Y'all, it's late. Okay, basically what I'm saying is if you don't have happiness within, you don't have happiness to reflect around you. Point blank. All right. With that being said, y'all know what I'm about to do. Let's get out of here, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks to everybody in the bushes. Thanks to all who watched my video. Okay, let me put this up here. Oh, wait a minute, guys. I forgot to tell y'all one thing before I go. Wait, let me stop this real quick. Wait, before I go, I forgot to tell y'all one thing. Remember when I was telling you guys about the little stuff I was going through? I don't know if I told you. Um, with my ex, with his signing on to a company, and I was telling you guys he got scammed by a company, a Russian company and stuff. Um, when I say scam, I was talking about how they was taking all his money and stuff. Well, he finally signed on with a way better company. Okay, he's a owner operated truck driver. In case you guys don't know, and he signed on with this company like a week ago, and this week he gets his first what do they call it? They don't call it. What is it? It's a paycheck, but they don't call it a paycheck because he's self-employed. Um, and oh god, I can't remember what they call it, but it's like a paycheck. He got his first. He gets it tomorrow, right? And he called me today and told me how much it is, and I was so happy because I was like, I remember when he was telling me um, about a month ago. He was telling me, not a month ago, a couple weeks ago. He was telling me to hold on, think positive, don't let anybody get on my nerves or anything like that. Just hold on, because in a couple weeks everything will be cool. Okay, and I did exactly what he told me to do and think the way he was telling me to think all along. Okay, and then this week, like I said, when he started the job last week, he signed on to the company, and then he got his first check. He's getting his first check this week. And when he showed me and told me how much the check is, I said to him on the phone tonight, I was like, it's amazing how, you know, I listened to him. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not even together anymore, right? But I still listened to him, and I did exactly what he was asking me to do. When he was telling me um, a long time ago, like way back in September and in October, he was telling me everything was going to get better. He's gonna sign on with another company. And even though I was mad at him, I never let it show. And I always stayed respectful, and I didn't scream and holler and act a nut. And whatever he can take care of, I try to take care of it. Of course, I didn't make nowhere near what he makes at his job. Even when his checks was real low, I still didn't make what he made. But we are used to operating on a larger income. So therefore, if his income is not there, and I'm just using that little stuff that I get to do stuff, it's a trip. But I, work together as a team. Like when I was telling you guys about finding the right dude or the right girl, and I was telling you that you need to learn how to work together. It's not about using each other, but working together as a team. So if something happened, the other person can try to take over and handle what the other person can do. Okay, that's exactly what I did. Even though we're not together like that, but we still are together as far as, because we have children together, and he still has to maintain what he's supposed to take care of, because we're married. I mean, we're still married, but we are separated, legally separating and pending divorce. So he still has to do what we agreed on. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he does. So when the hardship came, I still did as I was instructing you guys to do when you meet a partner, to work together and use teamwork. Because when you don't work together and you break apart and try to do stuff your way, sometimes it doesn't work out. And I worked together with him, even though I did get mad at times, but I never said anything to him. We worked together. I still worked together with him. Okay. And I did what I needed to do. So when the time came, which is now, and everything is looking back up and his checks are normal again, it's great. So what I'm trying to say is that when I was telling you guys regarding relationships, when you pick out a person, that it's not about how much money a person make. Yeah, you want someone who's established, possibly, even if it could be even rich. But the thing is that when you meet someone, you should be thinking about, after you meet them and you figure out you want to be with them, you should be thinking about working together as a team versus just using one another. Okay, because when you think about and you act like you're a team and you work together as a team, if something happens, where one person gets sick or they lose their job or something happens with their pay, the other person can help out or take over. And then when everything gets back to normal, he or she will get back to what they usually do and everything will be good. And it'll work, better. And that's what real concern is. That's what real love is. There's different type of love too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in love with him or anything like that, but I would always still have love for him. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about. And that's what I'm saying. So when you meet partners and stuff, that's the type you want real love. It's not about this fake love that a lot of people out here be in. Okay. And then when something happened, they can't work together as a team and then everything fails. Fortunately, when we was going through things, financial things, this time with his jobs, nothing really fell off like it would have years ago, you know, because I this time I did everything a little differently. And also I was working, also I was in a better financial situation myself with credit and everything else. You know what I'm saying? And so I was able to hold stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Then I made jokes with him today because he always he made the same joke again today about Uber, but he always be talking about that little Uber check and stuff. And I was like, okay, you talking about that Uber check, but that little Uber check kept some things together. That's what I told him, and we was laughing about that and stuff, you know, and we was just joking about it and stuff. And that's what I said to him because I was like, damn, you talk so much about Uber, talking about that little paycheck I get and all this other stuff, the little jokes and stuff. And I was like, that little Uber check was holding certain things together. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, I got my credit and all that stuff that he has his, all that stuff paid off. That's why y'all got to keep y'all credit straight too. Because if anything happened in a situation and your credit sucks, you can't do anything. Okay, you can't do anything. That's why your credit has to be somewhat decent. So you can go get a loan or you can have credit cards. You can use your credit cards to help you out and things like that. And then when everything gets back together financially, then you can pay off all that stuff. You see what I'm saying? You can do that. But if your credit is effed up and then you get into a situation, you don't got nothing to lean on. Nothing. And if you don't got a job, then you really don't got nothing to lean on. Or no savings. Fortunately, we had a bunch of little stuff to lean on and stuff like that. And plus I was working this little job and stuff. This little job still helped out, and now when everything is looking up and his checks are like they're supposed to because he signed on to the right company and stuff, it's just gonna go up and up and up. You know what I'm saying? And see, and even though I think he made a mistake with the Russian company, the only thing I said to him is that the next time you look for a job like that, make sure you do a reference check. I didn't call him stupid. Not on the phone. I did. I mean, I said that other places, but not to him or anything, you know. But I was like, the next time, if you ever have to change companies again, make sure you do like a reference check. You read reviews and stuff like that. Don't just run to a company because they're promising you $10,000 a week, and then they do pay you 10 grand, but you're only seeing $100 and some dollars. Who does this? So that's what I was telling him there. I mean, I wasn't, I didn't try to make him feel down. Now, granted, I did say to him one time that he have to make sure that he picks the right company because what he does reflects on us. I did say little stuff like that, but I said it respectfully. You know what I'm saying? But as far as trying to make him feel lesser, I never did none of that. And that's all I'm trying to tell you guys. When stuff happens in relationships, you can't really make the person feel lesser. You got to work together as a team and try to come up with a solution versus trying to make somebody feel lesser and not really offering, real type of help, but you want to just go off. That's not a good thing to do. And granted, we have all done that before. It's just that, over time, you learn how to deal with things. You know what I'm saying? And so I was just, happy about how everything turned out. And I want to just tell you guys what I was telling you about working as a team. It will pay off if you if you work together as a team. And when something happens, you do teamwork, it's just better overall. And the ending result will be better versus if you don't work together as a team. Point blank. Okay? So now I'm getting ready to go. I just want to tell you guys about that. And congratulations to him because he's got a good, he signed on to a good company. I'm so happy about that. And everything is getting ready to get back to normal, y'all. Look, if y'all know anybody that does over the road driving, you tell them to get a company that does to sign on to, even if they just like, if they are a lease driver or either owner operator, tell them, see, owner operators, um, I don't know if all of them get percentage or not. Okay. But percentage pay is better than getting paid by the miles. That's what I want to say. Percentage. If you get paid a percentage, especially a good percentage, not no little bitty percentage or anything like that, it's overall better. Because like if you go, like if the person drives, let me think, if they drive, like for example, 200 miles, if on a percentage pay for 200 miles, you can possibly get, what did he tell me, $1,800 for that run. And if you driving miles, it's way lesser, because if you're doing miles, then they paying you 90 cents per mile or $1 and something per mile. But on the percentage pay, they're paying your percentage rate, 70 some percentage, 80% or something like that. And it comes out to be higher. You do lesser miles and get more money. That's what I'm trying to say when you do percentage versus being paid by the mileage, by the miles. Okay? Because too bad I can't tell you what his first check is. That's too much information. But just know this. It's really, really good. He did not drive that many miles, point blank. So it's better to do percentage pay if you can, if you are a lease driver. Because I think owner operators, I don't know for sure, I think owner operators all get percentage pay. I got to ask him. But I know with lease drivers, you can get miles per hour, not per hour, miles. You get paid by the miles, or you can get percentage pay. Okay? So it's just better to do percentage pay, I believe. Unless you get with a company that don't have no miles, and then you messed up. But even if you running miles, if you're getting paid by the miles, you still are messed up if you're not getting any runs, point blank. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about the company you choose as a truck driver, over the road truck driver. And it all depends on the company, and it depends on if they paying you by miles or percentage pay. And percentage pay, in my opinion, is just way better because you do lesser miles and you get a higher amount. Because if you work, let me see, like for example, okay, if you work, let's see here, like for example, God, I don't even know. This girl don't never write down the right information. Okay, I told her earlier to write down how many miles it was. All I know, if you can do lesser miles, right, and you'll get paid way more on percentage pay, point blank. Because for example, you can work 3 days and do, I don't know how many miles, 1,800 miles, I think 1,700 miles, and get a gross of $3,400 on percentage pay. That's pretty good. And then and I said the gross is 3,400. And then out of that gross, you have to pay for your fuel, your net pay, and your insurance and stuff. Your net pay will be about, what is it, $2,800, $2,900. And then of course it'll be lower if you are paying into a maintenance fund. You take out $100 for a maintenance fund. You take that out of 2,900, you still got 2,800. Okay. And mind you, I just said you did 1,800 miles. That's not even working a full week or anything. And you gross 3,400. Okay. After you pay for your fuel, your diesel, you have about what, 2,900 or somewhere around that amount. Okay. And because diesel doesn't burn as quick as fuel. Okay. And if you have a good truck, diesel will last a long time. Okay. And then out of that 2,900, you take out for your maintenance account and whatever else you may have. So you're basically clear around 2,500. I think that's pretty good. and you didn't do a whole week of work, and you gross 3,400, but then you see 2,500. Now you tell me what job can you work to do that? And company drivers are not making that much. Um, on a miles, you're not going to make that much because you're going to have to do more miles in order to see a payment like that, a gross like that. Okay, point blank. So yeah, and then he was telling me that with the percentage, it's just you don't have to do as many miles, anything he get a chance to rest more and all that stuff. So I think it's better overall to do that and stuff. So if you have a truck driver in your life or you know somebody who does it, tell them to check that out, percentage pay. Okay, and just make sure they sign on to a good company, especially if they're an owner operator or even a lease driver. Okay. Other than that, guys, I'm getting ready to go. Okay, I just wanted to tell you guys that because I'm getting ready to get back to normal. Okay, financially. All right, guys. I'll see you later. All right, peace out.